What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this Friday Q&A. I'm doing a Friday live Q&A, and just kind of doing a week, just doing a sort of a weekend review. Introduce myself to my new members, my new subscribers. Phone lines are open, guys. 914-205-5356. Again, that's 914-205-5356. I'm taking, taking all questions, girls, game, finances, whatever the case may be. Give me a call. The reason I seem a little bit subdued right now is because I actually had a hell of a workout, man. My workout took it out of me today, and I absolutely did not expect it to take it. I mean, dude, holy shit, man. Like, I am winded. I'm a lot more, I don't know, maybe I pushed it a little harder than I normally do. I lifted a little heavier today than I normally did, so that could be one of the reasons why I just feel, man, I am completely wiped out. But I try to do these Q&As about on a weekly basis, just to kind of talk to you guys. That's truthfully the thing that I love the most about doing what I do is talking to you guys. And plus, I'm going to make a few announcements. Just a few announcements as the show rolls along. Area codes 630 and 678. I see you guys in the queue. I'm going to get to you guys in just a short second. So the first thing I'll go ahead and let you guys know is SharpeStream is now its own independent website. I remember when I made the announcement that, hey, you know what? Introducing SharpeStream. This is going to be my own independent, private platform for streaming. And I'm getting all these emails. Donovan, I can't access SharpeStream. Donovan, where is SharpeStream? Well, I bought the domain, sharpestream.com, to point it directly to donovansharpe.com, where I was going to stream SharpeStream. But it appears that people were really expecting me to have like its own separate. Okay, so I did it. Well, actually, Devin did it. So what she did is she went in and she created SharpeStream, the website. There's not much on it now. I think there's maybe three videos. But over the next few days, I'm gonna work on populating SharpeStream, getting as much content on there as humanly possible, as well as streaming to SharpeStream. So that's going to be, and I want it to look and feel like a YouTube. No, it's not going to be YouTube. I'm not going to have, total viewer counts or any of those bells and whistles like that. But SharpeStream will be the place where you can go to watch my unfiltered, 100% red pill truth, swearing, cussing, saying all sorts of words that would get me banned off of YouTube otherwise. I'm also going to be compressing the videos. The neg one says I can't view SharpeStream on my computer from my work computer, NSFW, not safe for work. Yeah, I've gotten some emails from you guys, and thanks for the feedback, because I'm very, very new at this. I figured I'd just be able to host my own videos and throw them on up there and people be able to watch them, but apparently it's not that simple. Apparently the smaller the file, the easier they are to play. So from now on, I'm gonna be compressing my videos, and just to make sure that you guys can watch them, smoothly. Now, of course, that also depends upon your bandwidth, your internet connection, whatnot. But I'll do everything on my end to make sure that you guys have the best after viewing experience on SharpeStream. So stay tuned for more announcements on those. All right, so the phone lines are already lighting up on this Friday Q&A. Let us go to area code 630. Area code 630, what is your name and what is your town?
Hey, Donovan, how you doing? My name is Justin. I'm in Killstream, Illinois, just outside of Chicago.
All right, Justin in Illinois, Justin in Chicago. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah, my I guess statement or question would be, when are women really going to realize that your own personal actions are going to dictate what happens to you in your life? Meaning, let's say you have woman A who can sleep around with dozens of men every weekend, and then a few years down the line, she can legitimately go off, find a guy and be happy with her life and put it behind her.
Right.
Woman B can do the same thing and she's miserable.
Right.
So the thing is, it's different mindsets for different people. Just because it turns out differently for this person or the same way doesn't mean it's going to turn out good or bad for you.
Right, right.
You know? But it seems like women don't understand, well, why don't I actually take personal accountability? I have over 30 forms of contraceptives. How do I keep getting pregnant by every guy I sleep with? But it's always the man's fault.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'll tell you why.
If I had 35 ways to not be out of credit card debt, but I'm constantly getting into credit card debt, whose fault is it?
You know, it's interesting that you talk about credit card debt. There's actually an American Express commercial where there's a girl on the phone with American Express, and she's like, "What? I've been, American Express has approved me for a credit card." And instead of showing her doing the responsible thing and buying responsible things, dude, she's going to the club with a friend. She's buying Prada bags. She's taking trips.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, and I looked at Dev. I was like, Are they really marketing American Express? And I have an American Express. There's no spending limit. But are they really marketing a credit card with no spending limit to women who shop impulsively and telling them, hey, get an American Express. You can do whatever you want to do. It's free money. I just thought that was interesting that you brought that up. Let me answer your question, though. The reason why, and I would actually tell you this. Let's take your example, woman A and woman B. Woman A sleeps around and, sleeps with a bunch of guys, ends up with a bunch of kids. She ends up single for the rest of her life. Woman B sleeps around. She also ends up with a bunch of kids, but then she ends up married. Now, woman A says to herself, okay, well, why didn't this work out like it did for woman B? Here's the thing, man. And Roosh has actually made this statement in the past. He says women will always win in the end. Women are always going to be rescued from their bad decisions. We can say whatever we want. These women, these banana gobblers who sleep around and jump into bed with men, he says eventually they're going to win. They're going to find someone to save them from their bad decisions and wife them up. He's 100% right. But here's where I diverge from that. And I think Roosh would agree with this. The problem is that the men who are available to these banana gobblers are not going to be, the men that are available to banana gobblers while they're still young and hot are not going to be the same men that are available to them when they're not so young and not so hot. So while woman B who slept around and still managed to get married, I can promise you she's not happy in her marriage because A, she slept around so much that she can't pair bond with anybody else, and B, she doesn't really love the guy she's with. She married, like, women like this only get married out of necessity. They don't really marry for love or really much of any. Not that women marry for love in general. A woman has to love and respect you. We get that. But, your resources have a lot to do with her decisions. The younger women are, the more impulsive. The younger women are, the less important your finances are to her. But then she starts to get a little bit older. Then your finances start to become a little bit more important. That's a subject for another day and time. But just because it appears to work out for certain women doesn't necessarily mean that it does. Dude, 11 times out of 10, irregardless of what happens to her after she sleeps around, whether she stays single or she gets married, they are always miserable, no matter what, whether they're married or not. Sleeping around is not good for women mentally. It's not good for them physically. It's not good for them spiritually. Justin in Chicago, I'll give you the last word.
Oh, no, I agree with you 100%. It's like that difference between men to understand choices are going to affect you later in life.
Right.
Like you just said, a woman can go, she can have a friend here or a guy she knows and goes, he's going places. He has a college degree or he has this wonderful career. He could be a good family man.
There you go.
And he's going to be there down the line.
Yep.
A guy can go, well, wait a minute. I can go this career path right now, or I can continue to be out in the clubs partying and drinking and waste my life away.
Yep.
Which seems to be the logical and better choice? Guys seem to make that logical and better choice. Women don't.
Well, listen, and it's interesting because it's sort of a perfect storm, right? Women are not, and people like to say, and thanks for the call, Justin in Chicago. Justin made a very good point there. And I'm going to get to the super chats here in the 7. Michael 11, I see you have a couple of really good super chats I'm going to shout out here in just a second. 678-404-720-513 and 973. You guys are next up in the queue. He says that women don't make that logical choice. Now, of course, the standard response is that women are not logical creatures. Women are illogical creatures. No. On the contrary. Women are very capable of being logical. Women are very capable of being pragmatic. Women are very capable of being reasonable. But the younger and hotter they are, the more time they have, the less being reasonable or making the rational decision is a necessity. When a girl is young and hot and sleeping around, she can afford to be irrational. She can afford to live by the seat of her pants. She can afford to be irresponsible. She can afford to make bad decisions, right? And of course, our reasonableness, our rationale is what keeps us from making bad decisions. We still make bad decisions whether we're reasonable or not. But here's the second part of that. Women are the less reasonable sex, especially when they don't need to be, and they have more opportunities. So the answer to Justin's question, why don't women make the logical decision? Number one, because there are too many opportunities where they don't have to make that logical choice. And number two, women aren't logical when they're young. Again, the more a woman has in the way of the commodity of time, the less rational she has to be. The average 32-year-old woman with 2 kids is going to be a lot more pragmatic than the young, hot 22-year-old with no kids. That's just kind of how it goes. The more kids or the more years or both that you have, the more reasonable you have to become because you're making decisions for everybody now. All right, Michael 11 with the $5 super chat. He says, Donovan, hood rat, black women are responsible for 80% of most American women's bad behaviors today. Women have emulated them since the early 90s. I would 100% agree. He also sent in another $5 super chat. Says, too many simp black men out there backing black women even when they're wrong. I think black women are the real reason why we can't ever drop racism. You know, that is very, very interesting that you say that. O'Shea, I used to do shows with O'Shea, and and he and I had a falling out. I don't work with him, he doesn't work with me, whatever. But one thing, he every once in a while he would drop a little bit of a nugget of truth. And I remember one thing that he said: the two most racist groups of people in America are white men and black women. Now I could do a whole series. I could do a whole series on that. But he's 100% right. Black women, and it's interesting. And I actually wrote an article called 3 Reasons Why I Don't Blame Black Women for Being Angry. Listen, guys, black women are angry. They have reason to be. That being said, even though those reasons are legit, that's not my problem. I don't care. All I care about is myself. White men being angry. Are there angry white girls? Yeah, there's angry white girls, angry Hispanic girls. There's definitely angry Puerto Rican girls. Stay angry. Not my problem. I don't care. Black women are not my responsibility any more than I am their responsibility. But yeah, I mean, black women and black men seem to bring in the race card a lot in almost everything. And this whole Kobe Bryant thing, good God almighty. All right, so Modern Life Dating is in the chat. He says, Donovan is Black Jesus, worship him. That's funny. James Martinez wants to know what I did today. Yeah, dude, I did. Today I did deadlifts. I did pull-ups. I did all kinds of, my workout actually is by Myron Gaines. My workout centered around deadlifts today. I don't know why. I'm starting to actually get a little bit more energy now. For whatever reason, doing the show gives me a little more energy, but I'll recover. I'll be all right. You know how that goes. All right, let us go back to the phone lines. Let us go to area code 678. Area code 678, you're on live with Donovan, name and town.
Hey, it's Ifo from Atlanta.
What's up, Ethel?
Doing good. Will you date a biracial black woman if the mother is white?
I mean, I would date any woman. Like, I would date any woman, black, white, Mexican, so long as she's kind, so long as she's feminine, so long as she's submissive. You see, my choice, and it's interesting. I always say this, and I really need to correct myself. I can't sit here and say that I don't date black women, because if the right woman, if she were feminine and beautiful and kind enough, I would date anybody. I would never look. Let's just say Stacey Dash in her prime, right? Let's just say that another Stacey Dash were to, or a Paula Patton, right? Or a Kerry Washington, or a Megan Good. Dude, these are smoke shows. If I were to meet one like that out on the street and I'm not in a relationship or anything of the sort, and they're kind and beautiful and docile and submissive, well, 100%. It wouldn't matter. Dude, it doesn't matter to me what color your parents are. If you act like a feminine woman, then I'm interested. Then, of course, all the other ancillary things go. What about you? Do you have, like, racial preferences in terms of who you date and who you own, or do you just have hard parameters?
How about for light-skinned girls?
Okay, so you like light-skinned girls?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's just a preference. Some guys like light-skinned girls, some guys like dark-skinned girls. That's just how it is. And Athol Atlanta, I appreciate the call. All right, let us go to area code 404. Oh, wait a minute. There we are. Area code 404. You're on live with Donovan. Name and town.
Hey, what's going on, Donovan?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Georgia.
One more time.
Pretty good. How about you? This is Spencer calling from Georgia.
Okay, Spencer in Georgia. Gotcha. Okay, what's on your mind, Spence?
Yeah, so my question is about game.
Okay.
One thing that I've noticed is when I approach, I start getting the IOIs from, and I mean a complete stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the IOIs. It's obviously very easy to talk to them. But whenever I get that sort of woman that I approach and there's a little bit of pushback, I sort of crumble. I don't know what to call it, but everything kind of goes out the window, and I want to be able to, like, push through that. Like, I've seen guys approach, and they get that sort of negative beginning to the conversation, and they sort of push through it.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure how to do that.
No, I got you. What you're describing to me is a shit test. That is a shit test. So a shit test is a woman's way of finding out if you are the man you're presenting yourself to be. A woman will shit test you when you approach her to make sure obviously to make sure that you're not just going to give up, right? Because if a woman sees, so for example, you walk up to a woman, "Hi, I'm Donovan. Donovan, I got a boyfriend." "Oh, well, that's a good thing because I don't have a boyfriend." "Hi, I'm Donovan." Or something to the effect of, "Hi, I'm Donovan," and she says, "I'm sorry, I don't date black guys." "Oh, you know what? Neither do I. We already have something in common. Let's have a seat and talk." So what they do there, and a lot of times, Spencer, what they're telling you is true. Hey, listen, I have a boyfriend, but if you come back with a witty retort, if you show her that it doesn't bother you in the least, when she wasn't attracted to you when you approach, she's like, okay, like no one's ever said that to me before, then she might actually give you some play. So give me an example of the kind of pushback or shit testing that you're getting really quickly. Big shout out goes to Joe Fuqua. Fuqua, he is the newest TSR member. He said that he had called. So appreciate Joe for becoming a member of TSR Towers. He now has chat privileges. Okay, very good. So go ahead and give me an example, Spencer, in terms of what you're encountering with women.
Yeah, so last night, for example, I approached this chick, and I was talking to her for a little bit. And I could just kind of tell her answers were kind of half-assed, and she wasn't interested in the conversation. Her facial expressions, they weren't that positive. Mm-hmm. And I was obviously able to brush this off. This wasn't a big deal. But I was just thinking about it today, and I sort of realized that I just sort of, like, I don't know, I just kind of gave up.
So she didn't look interested? I wasn't
getting the IOIs.
Okay, well, let me ask you another question. What kind of IOIs are you getting?
Like, for example, last night, she just did not look interested in the conversation. She was sort of looking around.
That's not an IOI. That's not an indicator of interest.
Yeah, no. I'm saying a lack of IOIs.
Oh, lack of IOIs. Yeah, like, listen, if you're talking to a woman and she's looking around and not interested in the conversation, she's not interested in you. That's just, listen, And here's another thing you have to understand, Spence, is you're going to fail a lot more than you succeed when you're in the field. I don't know how long you've listened to me, dude. I have slept with, scores of chicks, dude. Like I don't even count, right? I lost count long time ago. But for every story of success that I tell you guys here on the air, dude, there are 25 other failures. Dude, I might actually do a podcast series, the worst fails in, Donovan Sharpe's pickup career. That's just kind of how that goes, man. So to be able to push through that, what you need to do is you need to Google shit test answer, shit test efficiency. I actually have in my course, How to Master the Game, how to overcome shit tests, what kind of shit tests girls throw at you, and how to overcome them. What this does, and again, no two shit tests are the same, but when you become proficient enough at handling shit tests, then you can handle shit tests whether you've heard of them or not. And really to sort of wrap this up here, is what you have to understand is that shit tests or that negativity, the earlier it comes, the less interested she is. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you walk up on a girl, you're having a conversation. Hi, I'm Donovan. Hi, I'm Heather. You guys are having a conversation. Finally, you go for the number close. Hey, you know what, Heather? You seem cool. Here, put your number in my phone. We'll hang out sometime. Ooh, I have a boyfriend, right? Now, she waited for 15 minutes before she decided to tell you she had a boyfriend. Why didn't she tell you the first 15 minutes, right? Now, here's the thing. She might actually have a boyfriend, or she might be shit testing you, or both. Maybe she's thinking, you know what? I really want to fuck this guy, but let's see if he can push through. Let's see what he does when I tell him that I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. Oh, well, thankfully for him, thankfully for him, he's not invited. Or great, listen, he can be around to buy shit for you when you're not spending time with me. Though these are the kinds of things that'll sort of pop into your head. Shit test efficiency is just giving yourself permission to give the answers that you would give a woman in a social setting. Just being unafraid. I'll give you the last word, Spence.
No, you're absolutely right, and I actually didn't think of things like that. Like I said, I'm a pretty young guy. I'm still getting over some of my approach anxiety.
Sure.
But I'm definitely going to have to look into what you said. But thank you for your advice.
Not a problem, man.
Keep it up, man.
All right, thanks, Spence. Yeah, it takes practice. It takes very, very, very practice. It takes it takes a lot of practice. One thing I tell guys how to get over approach anxiety is to go out and purposely fail with 100 women. Go out and approach 10 girls a day for 10 days with the intent of failing with them. That way, when you go and approach girl number 101, dude, you will have blown out, rejected, turned down by 100 other girls. So now you're impervious to rejection. And it's not approach anxiety, it's rejection anxiety, right? Because if every girl that you approached gave you her phone number, you wouldn't be anxious about approaching. No, it's not approach anxiety, it's just anxiety of being rejected. Perfectly normal, perfectly natural. But like anything in life, if you want to get over something, you need to put yourself in that situation. Major League Baseball players don't just wake up and know how to hit a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. No, it takes practice. First, they learn to hit a fastball as a kid, then as a teenager, and then finally as an adult. You have to crawl before you can walk. Go out and fail with as many women as humanly possible. Dooley Godot with the $5 super chat says, just something to go towards the Sharpe stream fund. Yes, guys. Absolutely. Listen, running your own platform is not cheap. I used up all my bandwidth in my plan the very first week, so I've had to get on a better plan, that gives me more. But yeah, listen, support the stream. Hit me on Super Chat, make a donation. And by the way, shout out to Bob in Sacramento, Nick in Chicago, David L., Morgan L., and Matthew L. No, they are not all in the same family for their donations over the past week. Bob in Sacramento had a $40 donation. Nick in Chicago with 100, David L., 100, Morgan L., 50, Matthew L., 50. So my many thanks to those guys, and that just goes right back into Sharpe Stream, which is now being rebuilt. So you can go to sharpestream.com and access the videos as I put them up. 914-205-5356 is the number to call. Area code 720. You're on Live with Donovan. Name and town.
Hello, my name's Gilbert. I'm from Denver.
Hey, Gilbert, how you doing, man?
Hello. Hey man, good. I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. I look up to you quite a bit.
Thank you.
My question today is, so I'm kind of shaky right now because I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity.
Relax, man. I don't bite.
my question today is so I've been talking to this girl for the last 2 weeks, and we ended up talking on the phone the other day, and she said, "What's one thing you think's going to piss me off?" And I said, "I think one thing that'll piss you off about me is that I will look at your phone." And she got really defensive about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, well, I'm going to ask to use your phone, but I'm not going to like look through, I'm not just going to grab your phone and look at it all the time. I am going to look at your phone if we do end up dating. She's like, well, I don't feel very comfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
So today she texted me and said she couldn't go on with the relationship anymore.
Okay.
Because I had boundary issues or something, but I think she was just projecting her stuff on me.
No. This has nothing. No, hold on. This has nothing to do with her projection on you. And this is actually, I'm glad you called me about this, Gilbert, because I think I like the mindset that you have, but you made a critical mistake, and I want you to stay with me because I'm going to give you a very good example on why that didn't go well for you and her. The very first sales job I ever had, I sold high-dollar mattresses. Gilbert, I'm hearing some feedback in the background. I'm hearing somebody else talking. If you could turn that down for me.
Yeah. Turn my phone down?
No, not your phone. I'm hearing people talk in the background. Is that your TV or?
No, it was just I'm in a rehab right now, so like.
Okay, gotcha. All right, never mind. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. All right. Anyway, So anyway, the very first thing, my very first sales trainer, his name was Joe Trainum, right? And what he used to tell me is that, hey, listen, the reason why people don't buy, the reason why they're not going to buy a $5,000 mattress is because they don't have enough information, right? And I didn't really know what he meant until I got out into the sales floor. So my second or third customer comes along. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm Donovan. This is the Silver Dream sort of mattress, blah, 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 blah. So I talk about it for maybe a minute and a half or so. And they ask me, well, how much is it? I said, well, it's $49.99. Ooh, $49.99. Like, nah, we're not going to pay that. And I'm like, yes, but it has X and Y and Z. They're like, nope, not going to pay for that. So then I go to Joe. I'm like, well, what happened there? He said, it's like I told you earlier, don't give the price too early. Here's why they didn't buy. It's just like Joe said. They didn't have enough information, right? When they asked me for the price, I gave it to them. But they asked me for the price too soon. And if you give the price of anything to a person before you get a chance to build the value, they're not going to buy it. Because guess what? I went through all the features and benefits, but after I told them $49.99, they didn't hear a goddamn thing I said because that's all they were thinking of is $49.99. Here's how it relates to your situation. You had only been seeing her for 2 weeks. There is no way, unless you're an apex alpha male celebrity, there's no way that a girl could possibly know what value you bring to her and your life. She doesn't really know what your value is. So here's what happened. You dropped the price too soon, Gilbert. You told her, hey, by the way, I'm going to look at your phone. So first of all, you did that the wrong way. You don't tell a girl, I'm going to look at your phone, right? Secondly, you did, and the reason why she says that you have boundary issues is because you're not worth it to her yet. Gilbert, you might be the highest value male that she's ever been with, but because you didn't give her time to see that, she thought, well, wait, show you my phone? Get the fuck out of here with that. But let's say that you were Chris Hemsworth and you had that same conversation. And she, oh, yes, of course, Chris, I'm definitely going to show you my phone because Chris Hemsworth is Chris Hemsworth and his value precedes him. Here was your second mistake. You brought up a relationship way too soon. And I advise this all the time. Gentlemen, never, ever, ever be the first to talk about or angle for a relationship. You let her do it first. You understand what I'm saying? Because the minute, Gilbert,
I understand.
The minute you angle for a relationship first or start talking about a relationship, your leverage goes right out the window, right? So then when she asks you, well, what thing are you going to do that's going to piss me off? Well, I'm going to look at your phone. No, I can't believe you. No, there's no way. Like, no, you can't look at my phone, blah, 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 blah. Well, you brought it up, Gilbert. You understand what I'm saying? So the way you work it is this. Do not start talking relationship with a girl unless she brings it up first. And here's how that goes. You're dating a girl for about a month. Okay. Usually about a month to maybe the 5 or 6 week mark. If you're fucking a girl, that's when she's going to try the, hey, should we try a relationship? Let's, where are we? How serious are you? Blah, 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 blah. This is what you do. You say, wait, you're talking relationship? Well, yeah, you don't want to be in a relationship with me. Well, why not? I'm a very, very, very difficult person to be with. It is very, very hard to be in a relationship with me. Really? Well, why is that? Listen, I like you. You like me. Let's just keep things the way. No. I really, really want to know. You really want to know what it's going to be like to be in a relationship with me? Well, yeah. Okay. Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. Right? Now, by this time, you're going to get a very different reaction. Your value is high enough such that she feels like it is worth it to be in a relationship with you. So when you tell her to unlock your phone and give it to you now, you're doing two things. Number one, you're letting her know if you're going to be in a relationship with me, you are going to have to give up all autonomy and show me your phone anytime I want it. You didn't have to say it. You just said, you want to know what it's going to be like to be in a relationship with me? Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. So now she knows. That's the first thing you did. The second thing you did is you shocked her, right? Again, if she thinks you're worth it enough to be in a relationship with, she's not just going to all of a sudden be like, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Why would she do that? She just said she wanted to be in a relationship with you. So here's where this circles back to what I was talking about with the sales thing. You have had a month and a half to give her all the features and benefits of being in a relationship with you. You're not going to tell her the price. You're going to make her ask for the price. Don't sell the mattress to the customer and at the end, okay, well, the price is $5,000. No, you go through all the features and benefits. Okay, well, do you guys have any other questions? Well, yeah. Well, what questions are those? Well, how much is it? Right? When a customer asks you, well, how much is it? Right. That means they're interested. I have heard enough. I want to know how much this is going to cost me. You don't say, would you like to know the price? Okay, yeah, go ahead. $5,000. Oh my God. No, you wait until they are good and ready. You never bring it up. You wait for the customer to ask the question first. When they ask it, that's when you give the price. Well, how much is the bed? Well, it's $49.99. Ooh, $49.99. Now they're not having that. It's not really a shock at that point because they're like, okay, that's a little more than we wanted to spend, but it does have a layer of memory foam. It has individually wrapped coils. It comes with a 10-year warranty, blah, 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 blah. Okay. $49.99, you got yourself a deal. You relate that back to the girl. When you were fucking her for 5 or 6 weeks, she's starting to like you more and more. Right at the end, she's going to ask you, well, how much does it cost, right? What's it take to be in a relationship with me? What you're doing as a salesperson is you don't really want to know how much this mattress costs. You don't really want to know how much this car is. Yes, I do. I want to know. You want to know why they want to know? You want to know why they want to know, Gilbert? Is because they really want the car. They really want the mattress. She really wants to be in a relationship with you. All right. You really want to know? You really want to know the price? Well, yeah, I really want to know the price. Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. At that point, Gilbert, she has a choice to make. She can either do what it takes to be in a relationship with you, or she can't. Either way, you're in the clear. If she says, well, no, I don't want to do that, there's no reaction from you. Okay, well, all right, cool. We'll just keep things the way they are. And that's that. So I said all that to say this. This is a very long and drawn out way of saying this, is never angle for a relationship first, number one. Number two, don't tell a girl what you're going to do. Show her. Don't tell her, well, if we're in a relationship, I'm going to ask for your phone. You wait for her to ask you for a relationship, and then you take it. No, I don't want a relationship with you. I'm a hard guy to be with. Well, really, why not? Well, unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. At that point, it's going to be a much different reaction.
All right, cool, man. Thank you very much.
No problem, Spence.
You're the man.
Spencer in Georgia checking in. Said he was nervous because he felt like he was talking to a celebrity. I've never gotten that before. It's pretty cool. Cuban Libertarian with the $2 super chat says, Telegram chat for the stream, please. Appreciate that. The Neg One with the $20 super chat says, give me a second. He says, not going to try to, wait a minute, hang on a second. Says, not going to try to bring down the momentum, but I owe you a great deal of thanks for giving me sound advice when dealing with life and women. I had contemplated suicide many times, but since you, never again. Thank you, Don. Listen, I love hearing that stuff, man. But again, it's not me that talked you off the ledge. It was yourself, right? All I do, listen, I'm a radio idiot. All I do is sit up here and talk, and I give you guys experiences and this and that. But ultimately, you're the one. I had a consultation with one of my clients a couple days ago, and he's like, yeah, man, my life has gotten steadily better since I started consulting with you. And he's right. But I had to tell him, listen, you're the one that gets the credit for this. Like, I'm not out here improving your life. You are. All I'm doing is telling you what to do. It's easy for me to tell you what to do. You're the one that has to do it. So I greatly, greatly I greatly appreciate that. The Neg 1. FQG says, here's a bit for Sharpe Stream. Appreciate that, my friend. $5 super chat. Merciless 6 with the $15 super chat says, much love from the Bay. Go Niners. How would you explain a high-value man to a teen? I have an 11-year-old daughter. I want to prep her early to be a wife and a high-valued woman if this is possible. Boy, that's a tough one. See, I don't have any kids, so this is a very difficult question for me to answer. All I would do, what I would do is I would try to be the best example. I'd be the best example of what she should be looking for in a man, right? Because girls, the first man that any female ever falls in love with is her father. She loves her father. This is why girls go for men who have strong fathers that are like their fathers. If you have a weak father, she's going to go for the opposite, right? She's going to go for the bad boy. She's going to go for the crazy guys, the commitment phobes, the guys that are borderline abusive. But if you try to be a sterling example of what traditional, strong head of household masculinity is, she'll see that. Then, of course, you need to let her know when you're watching TV, point things out to her, right? When she sees like celebrities with blue hair, sweetheart, don't do that, right? When you see girls with tattoos, you see that young lady over there with a tattoo? Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not get a tattoo. Well, why not, Daddy? You're going to regret it. Now, you can't really explain this to an 11-year-old, but you need to put it, like, it's got to be at the point of inception. Why shouldn't I get tattoos, Daddy? Because if you get tattoos, the wrong kind of people are going to be drawn to you. And then as she gets older, you can sort of, fill in the blanks, fill out the skeleton, flesh it out, so to speak. But I would point out, every chance you get, point out what she shouldn't be doing. You see on that little Disney cartoon how the girl is mouthing off to her dad? Don't do that. You see how she's acting to other people? Don't do that. You see how she's being a brat? Don't do that. You see how she's making fun of the fact that she can't cook or clean? Don't do that. Learn to cook and clean. It's gotta be from inception. Absolutely has to be from inception. Let me get back to the phone lines. Whoever's trying to call in, if this is MLD, if you're the one calling in from the private block number, let me know. I don't take calls from private or block numbers unless it's MLD and he tells me who it is. So if you're calling me from a block number, I know that you are trying to troll me. Give me 4 seconds, guy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Call back with your real number and then we can have a conversation. I'm going to open my door and let some air in. Hold on, guys. Much better. Wait a minute. Oh, of course, my cat right on cue. Yeah, I have a lot of, there we go. I have a lot of equipment in here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens. And all this stuff gets very, very hot. So I've got to, let a little bit of air in. 330 people watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us go back to the phone lines. Let's go to area code 973. Area code 973. You're on live at Donovan. Name and town, please.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg. What's up, man?
From the Danger Zone, New York.
Hey, good stuff. Greg in New York. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. So I just went to Columbia University today. Bad idea, but it was actually a good idea because I was actually going there for orientation training for a new job that I got.
Okay.
Met a woman actually, and not the one, but a woman. Just and it was weird because when I was talking to her, she was like, I think she was ship tested because it sounds like she ship tests almost every man that comes in the room, and she
she
just said, I was making sure that I wasn't bringing enough energy in the room because I was talking to my ex. I was like, oh no, I wasn't here. And, she was giving me a lot of shit tests, and she was bantering about, like, energies and stuff like that, about her, degree and stuff like that. And is it weird that, I mean, she looks good, don't get me wrong, but I was, like, kind of looking the other way. Like, my eyes were darting other places because, is that kind of weird,
No, that's not weird at all. Listen, good-looking girls are going to shit test a lot more than not-so-good-looking girls, right? See, because again, good-looking girls have, They have men talking to them all the time. They don't necessarily. Now, here's the thing. I want to make this distinction here, Greg, and I think you've heard me talk about this before. Good-looking girls get more men talking to them, but they don't get men hitting on them. If 10 men talk to a solid 9 or a 10, maybe one of them is actually going to try to hit on her. Maybe one is going to try to sexually escalate. Men will talk to her all day long, but they'll be very benign. Talk about the weather, sports, the news, Donald Trump, this and that and the other, but they won't really move in for the kill. So, what's the boyfriend situation like? You know? Like that's just that's just how it is. Now, because of that,
and surprising.
Go ahead.
So, and what was surprising enough, she was shit testing me all 9 yards. I was like, this and that. So then she asked me about her age. I said, I don't know your age, but she gave me like I get carded. And I said, I don't get carded because, I just don't get carded.
Right.
And she's like, well, try to guess my age. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And she's like, I'm 32. I said, 32.
Listen, hold on. Hang on a second. No. Oh, wait, you said you didn't think that at all?
What was that?
You said 32. You didn't think that at all?
No, I didn't say that. Yeah.
Okay. Here's how you get over that shit test. This is funny. How old do you think I am? Right? Always give her a number a lot older. So she's 32, right? Let's say she actually looked 30 years old. So how old do I look? Kind of surveyor. I don't know. I would say, 37, 38? Oh my God. Now, see, she knows that you're not putting her on a pedestal. You are telling her that she looks older than she actually looks. Dude, when a woman asks you how old do I look, it's all, dude, it's a 3-1 it's a 3-0 fastball coming right down the middle. You're sitting dead red. You know they're going to throw her right down the middle. How old do I look? Always add 10 years. If she looks 28, tell her she looks 38. Oh my God, are you serious? Well, you asked, I answered. That's how that works. But see, when a girl says, how old do I look? She's fishing for compliments. Oh, well, you look like you're 21. Oh, thank you. And she gets all flattered, but she's not turned on by you because she knows you're trying to flatter her. But if you show her, no, you don't look like a young spring chicken. You're not as young and as hot as you used to be. Then no, I'm going to tell you that you look 38. Yeah. This, believe it or not, this makes women more attracted to you. I'll give you the last word, Greg.
No, man. What was surprising enough is that, she said, you look old, you sound older than you look. And then what was surprising enough is that she actually gave me her card. I didn't ask her for a card or nothing. She actually just gave it to me. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Why not?
She was intrigued by you.
Yeah.
She was intrigued by you. It sounded like...
I don't think...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it sounded to me like she was attracted to you, right? And again, women... understand this, guys. Women don't shit test men they are not sexually attracted to. They just don't, right? Like, why would a woman ask a fat slob with, freckles and a red afro who doesn't take care of himself, how old do I look? She doesn't give a shit how old he thinks she looks. No, she cares how old the attractive guy thinks she looks. So again, remember, guys, women never shit test men they are not sexually attracted to. Big thanks goes out to Andrew Clark, who says, dope show, Don. I appreciate that. All right, let us go back to the phone line and go to Eric. Oh, so here's who I've got coming up next in this order. 714, you're next, followed by 816, followed by 347, followed by 470, followed by 630. It's going to be in that order. So, somebody just dropped off because I'm not going to answer them next. God, you guys are some impatient fuckers, aren't you? Big thanks goes out to Andreas P. Tavelis with the €5 super chat. He says, you're the man. Glad you continue Tom Likas' work. Keep dropping the red pills. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to area code 714. Area code 714, you're on live at Donovan, name and town.
Hey, Donovan. My name is Sean, town Los Angeles.
All right, what's up, Sean? How you doing?
How's it going? So I'm currently dealing with a particular situation with a old fling, I guess. Basically, I met this girl back in college. I'm 31 right now, and I never really dated her. I really wanted to be in a relationship with her, but she would never commit to me. I was having
were you sleeping with her?
But
so you weren't sleeping with her in college? With her. Oh, you were?
I was sleeping with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was sleeping with her.
All right.
But she would never commit to me. It was almost I felt like she was also looking for the bigger, better deal.
Of course.
In a sense.
Yeah.
So I kind of pushed for the relationship back in my simpish days, and then I felt like she was basically setting me up for like the fall guy, because she had asked me once whether I was willing to be a single father, and I said no to her. I was like, no, I don't want to be with a woman with kids, and she got visibly upset.
Good.
Then I was getting the feeling where she saw me as a guy who, after she dated all these other guys, and then she'd like, if they didn't work out, she could come back to me.
There you go.
And I wasn't agreeing with that, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna move on. I just started focusing on myself. Got a big job in corporate finance. Just bought a house in Orange County, and now I'm doing really well for myself. And this girl is trying to come back into the picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and she doesn't want to bring up old things, and I don't know how to handle it.
How old are you? How old is she?
I'm 31. She's 30.
Yeah, right. So I'm going to get to your question in just a minute. The reason why she didn't commit to you when you were fucking her in college is because she was still young and hot, right? She had a lot of options. And girls do this all the time. Girls, again, who are raised in this culture, she knows she has time. She doesn't want to settle down. Is he the best I can do? I got to see if he's the best I can do. This is what they do. Even if she thinks that, she'll think that there is somebody better because she has youth and she has time. But now that she's 30 years old, she's probably popped out a couple of kids. Now she wants to come back. So the reason why she didn't, and here's the thing, there was never going to be a commitment. You kept trying to push for commitment. And of course, you now know that's a mistake. But even if you hadn't pushed for commitment, you definitely, absolutely, she would never have tried to push for commitment because she was entertaining too many guys. So what was your question? What exactly are you having problems with as far as this girl is concerned?
So now, like, she doesn't have any kids. And my thing is, like, knowing the backstory in regards to her not being interested in being with me when we were both younger, in our 20s, it's like, why do I want to give myself to you now that I'm making six figures and I'm doing well for myself? And she's not on the same financial level as me.
No,
so being with me now compared to back then would be an upgrade for her. You know what I mean? Like, she's working some minimum wage job, and not, I'm like, so I'm making like 4 or 5 times more than what she's making.
Sure.
So it's like, and I realized that, like, well, if you didn't like me back then, like, what's the difference now?
Oh, no, don't do that. Caller, no, Sean, listen, man, don't do that, right? Of course. So let me answer that question. If you didn't like me then now, if you didn't like me back then, well, what's the difference now? Well, the difference is she's older, which means she has less time. Okay, that's the first thing. Number 2, you're older, which means you have more experience, right? Again, the arc of a woman, the arc of male and female sexual attraction, they're almost inverse to one another. And Rollo actually has a chart that shows the arc, and I think right around 26, 27, 28, they're at the same sexual level. I don't know that I agree with that part, but when you are 31 years old, you are at the dawn of your sexual prime. Okay, Sean, you as a 31-year-old male is the equivalent of an 18-year-old female, right? At 18 years old, that is the dawn of a female's sexual prime. She's about to go into her prime fertile years. Everybody wants her. Well, now that you are at the dawn of your sexual prime, everybody's going to want you. So at 31 years old, you have far more value than she does at 30 years old. So my advice to you is this. Don't commit to her. Just fuck her. Okay? Just fuck her. That's all you do. Don't commit to her. Don't get into a relationship with her. The air. I'm texting Devin. She doesn't know I'm on the air. Jesus fucking Christ. Do not commit to her. Fuck her. Listen, do not commit to her, Sean. Don't commit to her.
Yeah.
Use her as a side bitch. Listen, get a main chick, fuck her and somebody else. Do not start fucking this girl if you are not fucking somebody else. You understand? Start fucking one girl before you start fucking this old college flame, because the more girls you're fucking, right, the less likely you are to catch feelings for somebody that you previously had feelings for. Just understand how many, dude, can you imagine how many men she slept with to this point? You probably can't. That's what you need to think about.
Right. And then she was always the kind of chick who, like, studied abroad, and then, like, me knowing my red pill now, I know, like, okay, you can go in and study
Oh, my
abroad,
God.
that you fuck with so many guys.
Oh, dude, she went,
and you're
dude,
like,
she
oh,
jumped
you
on,
that.
bro, she jumped on the European carousel, man. She's banged Portuguese guys, Spanish guys. She banged Fernando, Rodrigo, Pasha.
Right.
Yeah, dude, she's been rode hard and put away wet. And she gave you a clue back then. She gave you, and thanks for the call, Sean. She gave him a clue. Are you interested in being my golden parachute guy? Well, here we are. She has hit the wall, and now she's reaching out to him. Only use her for sex. That is my advice to you. Let us go to area code 816. Area code 816, you're on live with Donovan. Name and town.
Hey, Donovan, it's Tony from KC.
Tony from KC. How you doing, man? Your Chiefs are in the bowl, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We're going to take it all the way, man. I've been having dreams of red and white diamonds, man, but hey, both teams got red and white, so I don't know, man.
We'll see what happens, man.
I don't know. But, man,
so
Donovan, I have a treat for you, man.
What you got?
Last night, I was watching this movie on this black channel, and the movie was called Temptation.
Oh, I've seen it.
Confessions of a Marriage Counselor.
Whoa, I haven't seen that.
Hello?
I have not seen that. I thought I saw a
have
movie
you seen
called.
that?
No, I thought the movie was just called Temptation, but I don't think. Well, who's in it? Tell me about it.
Oh man, Donovan, this is if you were to, I would pay for you to break this movie down. You would wake up millions of young men if you broke this movie down. This movie shows the true nature of women 100%. It has Kim Kardashian in it. It has Jesse Smollett, that guy who faked
Jesse.
Being robbed in Chicago. His sister is the star of the movie. That's the light-skinned girl that was in Roll Bounce. You remember that? You remember that girl?
Yes. Wow, that's right.
Yes, Donovan. Yes, it was her. She's the main character, and it has Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams runs this. It's like a marriage counselor where they hook up rich people. It's like a rich people dating match service. And Jesse Smollett's sister, who's the main character, she's a 26-year-old Christian woman who's been married to the same guy that she met when she was a child for 12 years. She's been married. She was a virgin when she met him. Okay.
Wow.
And they've been married for 12 years. This man is a pharmacist. You would kind of describe him as like a lame, as like a responsible lame. Like black women would classify him as a lame.
As a lame, yes.
But he treats her good. He's responsible. He's like Carlton or Urkel. And so anyway, yes. So Vanessa Williams, her boss, who's the owner of the company, introduces her to this rich black guy. He's like he's like the third richest tech. He's like the black Zuckerberg. He's the black Zuckerberg.
He's Blackerberg.
And he's looking for a wife. Yep, he's looking for a wife. And Vanessa Williams assigns Jesse Smollett's sister to help him find a wife. Well, anyway, I don't want to ruin the movie for the listeners. Or
I'm gonna check it out.
I really want you to watch this.
I'm gonna check it out, man.
Give you the quick rundown. Yep. And so they fly out to New Orleans. I guess they're on this business trip. They fly out to New Orleans in his private jet. She sleeps with him.
So who has the private jet? Is it Jesse Smollett's sister, or is it the actual dude? Damn it. Tony and KC, call me back, man. Call me back. We lost you. Tony and KC. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. That sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let us go back to area code. Looks like it's area code 630. Area code 630. You're on live with Donovan. Name and town.
Hey, Donovan, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Hey, give me a second here. I just started listening to you not long ago, and
what was your name and town?
I made a comment. You might remember it.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
So my name is James. I'm calling from Michigan.
Okay, James in Michigan. Gotcha. All right, so what's on your mind, James?
Cool. So anyway, so I just wanted your opinion on something I'm kind of going through right now. I just want to know if you think what I'm doing is wrong, man. Like, should I stop it?
All right, well, let's hear it.
Anyway, what's going on is, so I'm fucking this girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she works with me. We're coworkers.
Oh God.
And she's married.
No.
And she
Oh
has a 1-year-old.
no. Oh, James,
but she's
dude,
so
double.
hot, dude. She's Puerto Rican. She got a fat booty.
I don't care. Oh no, James, listen, man, listen. Check this out. Just check this out. I'm glad you're fucking this Puerto Rican bitch, but dude, like, listen. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong for doing this, but if I were you, if I were a man trying to mitigate my risk, I would avoid fucking coworkers and married women. Listen, I have fucked my coworkers before. I have fucked married women. I have never fucked a married coworker. Like, this is uncharted territory for me. Holy shit, man. All right, well, give me the rundown. What's going on with you?
It doesn't stop there. So her husband actually works in the same building.
Oh my God! Holy shit, man! Oh, Jesus.
We work on the ninth floor. He works on the first floor down there receiving.
So what's the situation where you're thinking you're doing something wrong?
Should I stop?
Wait, say what? You're asking me if you should stop?
I mean, I'm not going to stop. I just want to know if what I'm doing is wrong.
What you're doing is not wrong, right? Like, listen, man. The saying goes that all's fair in love and war. What you're doing is not, and I'm not Mr. Moral guy. I'm not like, how dare you have sex with another man's wife? No, I don't. Listen, man. She was looking to fuck somebody else. She was looking to cheat. If it wasn't going to be you, it was going to be somebody else. Right. So moralistically, dude, whatever. Like, I don't care. What you do is fine with me. I fucked wives before, but you guys work in the same building or for the same company?
Well, we actually work in the same building.
Oh.
He actually comes up sometimes.
Oh. Okay.
And sees her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you work in the same building but not the same company, correct?
Oh, same building, same company.
Oh, yeah.
Same department.
Yeah.
Floor.
Yeah. Listen, caller, I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do because you're a grown man. You're going to make your own decisions. But I'm going to give you the scenarios in terms of what could and would happen if you continue this. If you stop fucking her now, you could mitigate some of that damage, but you run the risk of pissing her off, right? Dude, we have heard all kinds of stories where coworkers be fucking one another. Something happens, he decides he doesn't want to fuck her anymore, or he fucks somebody else. She files a sexual harassment claim against him. He loses his job because he just didn't want to fuck her anymore. Sometimes girls even file sexual harassment claims against men that they themselves try to hit on, but the guy doesn't reciprocate interest. He sexually harassed me, they get fired. So you've opened up Pandora's box there. But if you did want to try to stop fucking her, what you got to do, you have to wean her off of you. Okay? You have to wean her off of you. Here is another mathematical inevitability, and this is just a theory, but I think I'm correct here. If you are having sex with your coworker, okay, after the sexual relationship ends, and it will because they always do, within 6 months, either one or both of you will no longer be with the company. Listen, that's just the way these things work. So you're in a sexual relationship with a coworker. You're not leaving your job. She's not leaving her job. But for one reason or another, within 6 months, either one or both people will not be with that company anymore. That's my theory, and it's always worked out that way. If I were you, wow, I would absolutely stop sleeping with her. Number one, you're sleeping with another man's wife, right? It's not for the moral. It's not moralistically, but what if he finds out? Right? And nothing is more dangerous than a beta male who's been humiliated and angry. These are the guys who end up shooting up schools. Elliot Rodger, Alec Manassian, Nicholas Cruz. When a raging beta male is humiliated, he will absolutely seek retribution on the person who put him in that position, and it's not going to be his wife. He's not going to blame his wife because he's a beta male. He's blue pill. He's going to put the blame on you. You shouldn't have slept with my wife, rather than placing the blame on her like he should. Listen, red pill guys, if Devin were to cheat on me as a red pill man, I'm placing the blame on her. Actually, I'm placing the blame on her and me because I must not have kept my shit together. I'm not going to blame the man. Listen, dude, you were just being a man. I've fucked wives before. Like, I've hit on wives before. I've fucked women I knew that were married before. This is just what men are going to do. This is just how we do it. But he is not going to place the blame where it truly lies, which is with his wife. He is going to place the blame on you. Now, maybe if he finds out about it, maybe he confronts you in a parking lot. It's benign, nothing happens, right? But women don't cheat on their husbands with men who couldn't kick her husband's ass, right? Like when a woman cheats on a man, the guy she's cheating with can always kick her husband's ass, right? And so the husband wants to do damage to you, but he knows he can't kick your ass. So what do you think he's going to do? That's right. He's going to grab a gun, right? Like, listen, I'm not trying to put the worst case scenarios in your mind, but this is how these things happen. I'll give you the last word.
Okay, so just want to make one statement and then I have a question for you, then I'll get out of here.
All right.
So the statement I have to make. So when you said that she might get upset that if she finds out that I'm having sex with someone else, actually, I fucked her this morning at work, and then I told her that I actually have plans with another girl at a hotel tonight, and she was turned on by that and said, "Oh, you had me in the morning, and you're gonna have some more at night." That's pretty attractive, or something like that. She said.
Yeah. Again, you're pre-selected. That's what it is. Oh, he's having sex with me, and the fact that he has plans with another female later on solidifies my decision. Again, women don't want men that other women don't want, right? Even when a woman finds out that you cheated on her, whether it's your wife or girlfriend, okay, she's sad, she's hurt, she didn't want it to happen, but deep down inside, she becomes more attracted to you because she knows that other women are attracted to you. That's just how that is. So you got lucky.
Okay.
You got lucky.
Last question here. Is she wrong for what she's doing if she's not being satisfied at home?
Wait, you're asking me, is she wrong for what she's doing? Why do I give a fuck about her?
So, do you think she's wrong? What she's doing?
Caller, listen, check this out. I'm not here to make you feel better about fucking another man's wife. If that's what you're looking for, you're not getting it from me, dude. Like, that's not, come on, man. It ain't going down. Listen, man, I don't know the situation at her house, but I am never going to give a woman or a man an excuse. No, listen, is she wrong for doing what she's doing? All I know is that she's being a woman. You can't trust women with anything. You can trust women to be women. So no, James in Michigan, and thanks for the call. I am not going to make you feel better about fucking another man's wife. Oh man, that was funny. Tremaine Jordan with the $5 super chat says, "Leave her alone. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave." Truer words never spoken. Listen, the reason why a man would kill another man is because he fucked his wife or girlfriend. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. New York's Ninth Wonder says, wrong question caller. Whiskey to Don is in the house, just signed up to be a part of the TSR Mod Squad. Let us go back to the phone lines. Let us go to area code 678. Area code 678, you're on Live with Donovan. What is your name and your town?
Hi, Donovan. I'm Samantha from Atlanta.
Samantha
I don't know
from
if
Atlanta?
women are allowed to speak here.
Go ahead, Samantha in Atlanta.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I'm calling about Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
I did catch your live earlier a little bit of your live earlier this week, and so I'm glad you opened the lines about this. And one thing I want to say is that I tend to follow like the divested community, the divested Black women community. And something that has really struck me, something I've realized is that like if Black women are truly going to be divested, then they need to learn to become raceless. And that includes not giving a damn who a Black man is married to or, who he's fucking. And I think that though there are a lot of Black women who realize that, they have other options other than just staying either with Black men or even in a class sort of like a ghetto, low-class situation.
Yeah.
I'm not interchanging Black men and ghetto at all or anything. They haven't truly broken the trauma bonds that are connected with being a Black woman in the U.S. For example, I can remember being young, and it was Black women who told me first that Black women aren't good enough for Kobe Bryant. And that's something that I think a lot of Black women won't admit to. A lot of the insecurity that we have was first spoken by Black people, and then on top of that, Black women themselves.
Right.
And one thing I have really learned concerning Black men who interracially date is usually two things. One, I do, based on who they were willing to date me. Or two, quite simply, they were out of my league. And I don't think that the men that were out of my league were discriminatory towards black women at all. It's just that they too realized their own options.
Yeah.
So I do want to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. I hope that his spirit forgives me for having those issues with him when I was a younger girl, being told those things. But I respect the man for who he was and who he was, and I think that to the divested Black women who are listening, if they're listening, we just need to become truly raceless. Like, if you are going to step away from the Black community, you have to learn also to just be raceless and not care about who a Black man is with, and that is truly, how you become divested.
Okay, good
and
stuff.
Get with.
Yep, cut her off. Yep, thanks for the call. No, I gotta admit, I had to Google what the word divested mean. I've never heard of that before. But look, believe it or not, she's actually right. She's right. Black women need to quit, and the reason why Black women are the reason they are so worried about who Black men are dating is because we're their only option, right? And listen, I say this all the time. Listen, I don't make the rules. All I can do is speak the facts. There was a study that says that on dating apps, Black women were the least preferred. And I'm thinking to myself, well, dude, you didn't need a study to tell me that, but this is what it is. Black women are almost nobody's type. Now, they can certainly give themselves more options, right? But to keep it all the way real, I think something like 95 to 96% of Black men in relationships are in relationships with Black women. But the reason why they're all up in arms about who Kobe dates is because Kobe's not in the bottom 96%. He's in the top 4 or 5%. But yeah, the caller makes a good point. Listen, on the man side too, there are a lot of dudes out here who are worried about who Black women are dating. It's almost the same thing, right? Like, if you're worried about who Black women are dating, that means that you don't know what your options are. If you're up in arms about, dude, Black, Indian, Mexican, whatever the case may be, if you're that person who doesn't believe in interracial dating, people who don't believe in interracial dating they are always people who cannot date outside of their race. That's who it is. White guys and even white guys, I'm against interracial dating. Do you think a white guy who's a high value white guy dates a hot white girl? Do you think he gives a damn about white girls who date other Black guys? No, because he can have any white girl he wants, right? You think an Indian guy who is against interracial dating, that guy can't date outside of his race. So anyone who says that they're against interracial dating is clearly a person. They are almost always a person who cannot date outside of their race. That's why they don't believe in interracial dating, because they can't do it themselves. I believe in interracial dating because I can date interracially, and I have dated interracially, right? High value white guys who can date anybody they want, they don't care about who's dating who. No, it's always Hillbilly Jim and Cooter and Mudflap live out in Jesper, Georgia. Man, I can't stand it when our women are dating these niggers. Well, look at him, dude. You got 3 teeth in your head and 2 of them in your pocket. Of course you're against interracial dating. That's less women for you. Any man or woman, regardless of race, who is against interracial dating is a person who cannot date outside of his or her race. If you are a Black man and you are against interracial dating, this means you can't date interracially. If you are a woman, if you are a Black woman and you are against interracial dating, you cannot date outside of your race. If you are a Mexican man and you don't believe in interracial dating, you are a man who cannot date interracially. All right. Ace and Spades, welcome to the chat privileges. Got a new TSR Towers newest member. Afian Fada with 200 SEKs says big thanks from Feminazi Sweden. Appreciate that. 9142. My cat is like, hang on, guys. I'm going to go get my cat. Jeez. Come on, girl. Where are you? Come on. Yes. Come on. Get in here. Come on. Get in here. Oh, fine. Fuck off. Damn it. Got too many fucking animals in here. Jesus. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is why I close my door, guys. Because I have too many Dude, you can tell Devin and I don't have kids. We have too many fucking animals. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. I'm going to keep the stream going for about a half an hour more. I've got a consultation coming up at 5 o'clock. Let us go back to the phone lines. Let us go to area code 484. Area code 484. You're on live at Donovan. And give me your name and where you're calling from.
What's up, Donovan? This is Chris. I'm a stone's throw from TSR Towers in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Represent. I just want to say I love your show. You keep it all the way around real. And I ever since I found you, I love it. Just keep it coming, bro. Keep it fucking coming.
I got you, fam. I got you. Appreciate the call. Chris in PA. Appreciate the call. I just lost 2 callers. Okay. All right, let's go to area code 347. Area code 347, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Donovan Sharpe, what's good, man?
What's
Jay
up, man?
From New York, man. How's it going, man?
What'd you say your name was?
Man, that's what's up, man. Jay from New York.
Oh, Jay from New York. How you doing, Jay from New York?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. How's it going, brother?
Doing good.
Yeah, I want to get two things. Of course, let me also shout out to you and shout out to the show The Real for shouting out your up and coming convention to make women great again. They're helping promoting you and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
They don't even realize that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But I bet, also, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the first time that female caught up. Shout out to her, because that's the first black woman that has admitted her faults and owning up to it. You know
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Going on,
Listen, Jay, I've had women call my show before. I've never had a black woman call my show, ever. Like, when I used to do the show with O'Shea, I used to have black women call me there all the time. But now I'm in full control. They very, very rarely are brave enough to step into the lion's den. And what she said, listen, I couldn't disagree with anything she said. So...
Nah, exactly. Same here. I was like, wow, that's the first time you know what I'm saying? I mean, technically, the only time I do hear that one was mostly on the Nicole Michelle show. Was shout out to her too and everything. Yeah, because
she does good work. She does good work. Nicole Michelle does do good work.
You know, Kobe Bryant the way they did.
Yeah.
Oh man, and you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I remember the dude was talking about the movie Temptation because I've seen that movie too, definitely and everything. You know, but I got another movie that definitely would top that will blow your mind, like fuck these beta males up. And it's an old movie in the late 80s or whatever. It's called The Last American Virgin. Oh my God, damn.
Okay.
You gotta look up that movie. You gotta see that movie. That movie, straight beta male destroyer. The dude in that movie, the way he was going gaga over. Let's just say he was into the girl that his man, right? That got with. She gets pregnant by his man. He tried to be captain, save a hole and everything, and try to get into a fight with his man over this girl. She comes and comforts him about the shit, you know what I'm saying, and try to wipe her up. He saves up all his money to help her get the abortion. And what happens at the end? She got the abortion, went back to his man.
Wow. See that?
Oh, man. Yo. Oh, you got to see this movie. Now, I remember that movie, too. I was like, oh, damn, very sad and stuff like that. And I know you want to see that movie Temptation, too. That made a lot of women upset at how that movie ended. It's based on the play, too. I've seen the play version of that movie, too. But they say they'll technically at the end, the girl wound up with HIV and shit like that.
Oh,
and the husband,
yeah.
You know, yeah.
And the dude is working at the pharmacy, right?
Yeah, exactly. At the end, you know what I'm saying? Well, he had to wind up giving her meds for HIV treatment. He's moved on with his new wife and got a son and everything. I remember in the beginning of that movie, there's an older version of that girl that's playing her that tell the other girl in the parent counseling session about the grasses ain't always green on the other side and everything. I know you might be feeling sick of your husband, but that's when she's telling her story, and that's when it goes off to the whole story of what happened to her.
Good stuff,
so,
man.
Yo, man. It's like one of those movies that, you know what, life lesson type movie.
Well, thanks for the call, Jay. The Last American Virgin. Definitely got to check that out. Quiet! God damn it. This is what happens when I open my door. I'm going to go close my door so my cat will shut the fuck up. Yeah, whatever. Fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. Quiet. God damn it. I'm trying to do a show here. You guys can tell I'm definitely a little looser. Definitely a little looser. You guys know I normally run a tight ship. You know, everything is organized, everything has its place. But you know, I try to do these informal shows. Try to show you guys another side. Phone lines are lit up. So next I'm going to area code 706, then 605, then 484, 469, and then 813. Area code 706. You're on live with Donovan, and you go ahead. Oh, okay. Area code 706 dropped. Dooley Godot says cat's probably in heat. Nah, this cat is old. This is actually a cat that Devin has had since she was 20 years old, right? And Devin turns 36 next month. So this cat is this cat is 16 years old. So no, she is probably not in heat. Yeah, she probably does want some attention, but I'm not that guy. Devin's on her way home, so she can wait for Devin. Anyway. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 605. Area code 605, you're on live with Donovan. What is your name and your location?
Hi, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Hello? I sure can. Okay, awesome. My name is Devin. I'm from Indiana.
Okay, Devin in Indiana. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Doing good.
So I just wanted to call in. And see what your views on sort of African American studies are.
What my views are on it?
Yeah, for example, niggerology.
So Devin in Indiana calls up and wants to know if what my views on niggerology was. Okay, got my first race troll. You know, it's interesting. I guess my first clue should have been he called himself Devin. Obviously, that's not his name, but he called from Indiana, right? Let me look up. I think area code 706. Area code 706. Oh no, that's Columbus, Georgia. Huh, that's weird. So 706 called from Columbus, Georgia. I don't know. Maybe he was from Indiana. Yes, Indiana is absolutely a hotbed of racism. Yeah, Devin, look, dude. Unfortunately for you, and this is so weird, man. When the N-word doesn't bother me. I'm not one who gets all hot and bothered when a white person calls me the N-word. And the reason for that is because I didn't grow up around that. I grew up on military bases, right? So I didn't grow up in the South where they called you a nigger. Oh, you're supposed to fight somebody. Devin thought he was going to get a rise out of me. Hey, look, Devin, if you're going to troll me, you're going to have to be a little more. You know what? I might actually put that up on Patreon. That was funny. He's like, I want to know what your thoughts are on African American studies. You know, niggerology. That was good. That was funny. Oh my god. All right, let us go. Hang on a second. Let me get my place back here. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let us go to area code 484. Area code 484. You're on live with Donovan. Your name and your location, please.
Hey, this is Chris from Coatesville again. I must have came off too hard, too fast, because it just disconnected on me. But I guess that's how it goes.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, fuck that last caller. We ain't got time for that bullshit in TSR Towers. You need to get the bouncer on them. Fuck that dude.
It's
For
so
real. Straight
listen,
up
man.
and down, fuck 'em.
The
So
thing is, man, is
got
I
a
was raised
request
on
from
military
you. I
bases,
like to
and
watch
because I
some-
was raised on military bases,
What's
the
that?
N-word it's never bothered me. Like it doesn't. I don't know, and I know it's supposed to like elicit some visceral response. I guess I'm supposed to be. Devin, I'm very mad at you because you called me an N-word. I'm pissed. All right, there you go. You got a rise out of me. All right, whatever. Go ahead, man.
So there you go. So I got a request from you. You know, it's funny when you went live on Sharpe Stream. I usually leave your feed up on my phone at my job, right? So I just was listening. You know, I'm around my machine. All of a sudden, my boss comes up to me. He's like, "Why the hell you got a video with this girl's ass on it?"
Yeah, that's my girl,
like,
man.
That's my man's girl's ass. Look, listen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Anyway, I got a request more than a question. Is there any way that you can somehow, like, because YouTube is killing me. I don't get no notifications for nothing. It's like it's like they already got me dialed in. Like this guy listens to Rolo, he listens to this, he listens to you. Like we're not gonna tell this guy about anything. Is there any way you can like send out an email like, hey, listen, I'm going live at 1 o'clock on a Tuesday?
Yo,
or something
check
like
this
that.
out, Chris.
You can facilitate that.
Chris, the answer is yes. I can't believe you called me and asked this question. Listen, last night I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed and I see this ad for a text messaging service. And it said, your viewers, your fans, your customers don't want you to email them. They want you to text them. And so I was like, all right, well, let's see what this is about. What this is this is a mass text messaging service, right? So when people sign up for the text messaging service, this allows me to send out mass texts. So I want to say probably starting Wednesday of next week, I will have a link everywhere I go live, YouTube, Sharpe Stream, DonovanSharpe.com, where you can sign up for my text notifications. So if you want to be notified of when I go live or when I release a new book or a new course, I can send out a mass text and say, hey guys, TSR Live is going live today at 12 noon. Here's the link. So the answer is 100% yes.
That's great. That's great. Because I feel like this last week I missed out. I had to like backtrack a little bit. I hate doing that shit. I like seeing you live, raw, uncut. Now,
yeah.
I wanted to just comment on one thing. I read your article about black women, and I'm a white man, but I've been married to a black woman now going on 14 years.
Okay.
And it's pretty much spot on. I wanted to ask you, do you feel like there's any way that somehow, some way that whole mess of where black women's at, because I see it every day. My mother-in-law is a mess.
Right.
I mean, all the way around, different men.
Yep.
You know, just in and out of drugs, in and out of jail. Like, I mean, putting my wife through the ring. I feel like I honestly found a good woman. You know what I'm saying? She's been putting up with this shit through all these years. It's like, it's clearly the home has been broken for generations. I wanted to ask you, because it was a very scathing article that you had. Do you honestly feel that in some way, shape, or form that, you know, one day that can all be reclamated, or is this just completely lost? And
No. Believe it or not, I think, listen, there's always going to be hope. There's always hope for black women. But the first thing they need to do is they need to understand that there is a problem, right? And a lot of times when someone has a problem, they can't admit it to themselves. They always say, well, the first step to beating an addiction is admitting that you do indeed have an addiction. So that's the first thing that black women are going to have to do. They're going to have to figure out, okay, something isn't working. Like our own men, the top black men are not checking for us. What can we do to improve ourselves? So the first thing they need to do is admit that they have an issue. They need to admit they have the problem. The girl that called up earlier, she says, look, when I was younger, I hated on black men like Kobe Bryant for not picking women like us. But the older I got, the more I realized that, you know what? We're not really worth dating men like this. This is why black men, the top black men, are moving in mass exodus away from black women. So I'm going to take it upon myself to be as feminine and kind, as docile as I can, so I can attract a high value male, whether he's black or not. And oh, by the way, she had a very kind, feminine, demure voice. She wasn't confrontational. She didn't sound masculine. She didn't sound rough. That's why I let her carry on, because she sounded as harmless as she could be. So that's the first thing that black women need to do. There is absolutely hope. The second thing they need to do is stop listening to bad influences. Stop listening to Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Iyanla Van Zant, Steve. I love Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey doesn't believe what he talks about. Steve Harvey and Derek Jackson are the same guy. What they preach to these women, that's not the kind of women they want. Derek Jackson says, don't forget your crown, baby girl. Derek Jackson would never, ever date, marry, or even sleep with his market, right? So, and this is what black women, have to ask themselves, and women in general, they need to figure this out. Would the man who's telling me there's nothing wrong with me, would the man that is giving me dating and relationship advice, would he ever sleep with me, right? Would the man ever practice what he preaches and sleep with me if I were to do what he says? They know the answer is no. So when Derek Jackson says, hey, I'm a stretch mark lover and I love single moms and single moms for grown men only, don't forget your crown. Ask yourself, ladies, do you think Derek Jackson would fuck with you? You know the answer is no. So maybe it's time to start looking elsewhere for your advice. Stop taking advice, and this is for white women too. Stop taking advice from men you know would never sleep with you. If you're taking advice from a man who would never sleep with you, you're listening to the wrong man. You're listening to the wrong people, right? It's the same with dating coaches. MLD is in the chat. He says it all the time. If your dating coach can't kick your ass, if you're not afraid of your dating coach, if you're not afraid of your personal trainer, you got the wrong dating coach. You got the wrong personal trainer. The third thing for black women, if they want to be attractive again, dude, just lose the weight. Caller, check this out, Chris. Black women have the best bodies on the planet. Listen, an in-shape black woman, the body of a tight, in-shape black woman blows every other race away. They could black women could corner the market on every man if they just got themselves into shape. Dude, black women have those curves, man. Like, dude, I'm not going to sit here. Listen, man, black women could corner the market physically. They physically have the best. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm black and I'm naturally attracted to that body, but you guys have seen Devin's ass. You see what she looks like. Devin's a white girl who's shaped like a black girl, right? Like, I like curves. Some guys like girls to be skinny. Black women could corner the market. So number one, admit that they have the problem, right? Number two, quit listening to the wrong influences, right? And number three, lose the weight. So the short answer to your question is yes. Black women could absolutely pull themselves out of this abyss, and they could do it rather quickly if they were to put their mind to it. I'll give you the last word, caller.
Man, I really appreciate that. And I just want to finish off by saying thank you for answering my question, Diamond. Keep up the hard work. I see you pushing.
Yes, sir.
You trying to do your own thing. YouTube trying to censor you. Don't let them do that to you, because there's men out there like me that need to hear the message, like the episode the other day when you just broke it all down about hypergamy and all that, man. That is the spot-on knowledge that they don't want us to have.
Nope.
So keep spreading the word, brother. Mad love.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling, Chris in Coatesville. Checking in. Yeah, man. Like, real talk. Like, dude, black women, an in-shape black woman black women have the best bodies. They have the best bodies. Oh my God. This is what's disappointing about black women, is that they could have any man they wanted. The reason why they're almost nobody's type, it's not because of their genetics. It's not because of who they are. It's because of what they are. Man, dude, honestly, if a black woman could just do two things, get into shape and just be feminine, they don't even have to know how to cook or clean. They'll have dudes lined up around the block. Be feminine, grow out your real hair, and get into shape. You got your pick of the litter. Yo, listen, black women, quit. Dude, stop listening to men who don't have your best interests at heart. If somebody is giving you advice, that's easy to follow, they're not giving you good advice, man. That's just all there is to it. A man should love you for who you are. A man should love you for exactly who you are. No, he shouldn't. Any more than a woman should love me for who I am. No. Dude, my girl is with me because I'm me. I'm a high earner. I'm a good-looking guy and all this. I have high value and this and that and the other. That's why. Devin's love for me is not unconditional. It is conditional, and I like it like that. Women have to start embracing that. All right, let us go back to the phone lines. Let us go to Big Brandon. Big Brandon, what's going on, brother?
Man, a whole lot of nothing. My man, Donovan. The caller before asked for the security to put that guy out.
Well, actually, I'll tell you what, Big Brandon. I think this might be him on the line. Area code 706. So you're back on the line, area code 706. You wanted to know. You wanted to know if what my opinions were on, what did he call it, niggerology?
I'm not that dude, Donovan.
Oh, damn it! I thought you. Listen, I thought you were him, dude. Damn.
Hey, listen.
Go ahead.
I had called you earlier. I accidentally hung up.
Oh, okay.
I guess you thought his area code was 706.
Oh, dude, I was about to have some fun with you, man.
I was like, oh man.
So what's on your mind, bro?
You don't play no shit, Donovan. I was like, oh man, Donovan about to cuss me out. He think I'm that dude.
No,
I'm not, man. Not me. No. It's a big mistake, man. Big mistake. Oh yeah, Big Brandon, what's up, man? You always calling in. Shout out to you. Shout out to Donovan.
What's really good, man? How you doing, man? It's all good, man.
All is well. All is well. Listen,
Good.
I ain't gonna hold you guys up because I was worried about that. I had accidentally hung up when I clicked in, and I guess you thought that dude was something.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, quick question. Yeah, hey Don, I know you don't play no shit, so I thought you were gonna just get right on and cuss me out.
No. Listen, listen. Area code 706. I wasn't gonna cuss you out. Like again, the N word. It doesn't affect me. It just doesn't. There are things. Listen, don't get me wrong. There are things that piss me off. Like I have a short fuse. If somebody gets on the, hey Donovan, you're a nigger. You're gonna have to try again. So no, I think you're all right.
Yep.
So what's your question, man?
I used to have it tattooed on me.
Wow.
Yeah, Donovan, I was just calling. I have a quick question.
Okay.
I got an ex that we have a child together, and she got mad at me and blocked me. Now me and her have not been together for the last 2 years, so I'm like, is she doing this because she got feelings for me or what? You know?
Well, what happened leading up to the block?
I told her I wasn't going to watch her. I wasn't going to be able to watch her daughter or whatnot.
Okay, all right. Well, she went out clubbing. If she blocked you, the thing is this, man. You have to understand that the opposite of love isn't hate. I say this all the time. The opposite of love is indifference, right? So if she really didn't give a damn about you anymore, she wouldn't really take the time to block you. If somebody if someone that you are sexually intimate with, if you have fucked a girl and she blocks you for whatever reason, that means she wants you to try to contact her some other kind of way. She probably still has feelings there. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking. But hey, shout out to you. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to you. I'm gonna go ahead and endorse Donovan. If you guys have not ordered his what was it, the game, the one you did about games.
Oh yeah, how to master the game. Yeah.
Checked it out. Hey, I still listen to it. Every day I'm at work, I listen to it. I click on the different steps and whatnot.
Let it sink in, brother.
One of the ones I jumped on was the weight loss.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the ones I jumped on was the weight loss one, and I just started losing weight, like the intermittent dieting and stuff.
Yep, intermittent fasting. Yep.
If you guys are interested, check it out. It's a good thing to check out. But like I said, Donovan, keep doing what you do. Big Brandon, hey, you keep calling in, and thank you, Donovan.
All right, man, appreciate it. Man, Brandon, I was hoping that guy was area code 706, man. I was hoping he was Devin in Indiana.
You and I, boss. I mean, I'm looking at like this. I'm laughing because I worked in many clubs, and I had a white dude call me that one time. And I literally looked at him like, man, you know what year this is? And I pulled up my shirt sleeve. I'm like, I have that tattooed on my arm. Try harder.
Like, yeah, for real. Like, are we still using the N-word? Like, yeah. What is this, like the 1980s? Like, is this the KKK? Come on, get out of here with that. That stuff doesn't bother me.
And I told him, like, bro, we had a TCU college party. I heard white kids calling each other that. That word has lost all focus right now, bro.
What?
So, but yeah, the white dudes were like, "Oh man, my nigga here." I'm like, the white
wow
scale, yeah, we're calling each other that, and I'm like, "Yep, that word is now hitting mainstream."
Dude, you gotta be kidding me!
Yeah,
you have got to be kidding me.
I think this weekend we got a show. It's a techno show. I will try to record some of the white kids.
Please
talking,
do.
And then I'll send it to you in an email.
Bruh, that would be solid fucking gold. Dude, white people calling each other the N-word, that'd go viral. That would totally go viral, man.
I mean, I'm just like, this is shocking. But
unbelievable, man.
I was gonna say, simply put, I know it's the weekend coming up. I know you got a consultation to do, right? I'm laughing because I'm proud and smiling.
Okay.
You are blown up so hard that you killed your bandwidth in a week.
Bruh, listen, I did it in 2 episodes, man. Devin calls me downstairs. She's like, Donovan, we got a problem. I was like, what's the problem? She's like, look, like you've gone over your bandwidth by 300%. I was like, how the fuck did that happen? She says, you did a 3-hour show with over 500 people watching. That's how. I said, well, we got to go. We got to step the next plan up. So the plan that I was on for the amount of bandwidth that I had was $4.99 a month, $500 a month. So I had to step up to the $1,200 per month plan. And listen, God willing, I step up to the unlimited bandwidth, and that is that's $2,000 per month for unlimited bandwidth. So yeah, hopefully we can get to the point where I'm going to need that.
Hold on, here we go. All right. Everybody that's listening, everybody that's in the manosphere, and every single man that's in Club TSR right now, let's make him have to spend $2,000 by the end of tonight. Let's get it.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. But see, it was amazing because I thought that, honestly, to be honest with you, Brandon, I thought that I was probably going to get maybe 100 to 200 people watching, right? The first episode, I maxed out at like 268, 270. All right, no big deal. The next episode, I maxed out at 660. That was the episode that put me over. Now I'm probably averaging I've done 2 Sharpes. I've done 3 shows on Sharpe Stream, and I'm averaging between 350 and 400 viewers on my own independent platform, which is fucking amazing. It's unbelievable. I know people who have as many subscribers, if not more, who can't get 200 live viewers. To get an average of 400 to 500 live viewers on my show on an off platform, unbelievable, man. I'm happy to spend the extra money, man. I really am.
Well, I'm going to be honest. It's a testament to you being real. Even the little moment where you got up in the middle of your show to deal with the cat, us men here listening, we appreciate that shit because you're not putting on anything.
Right.
You're not fake.
Right.
And we recognize, we're like, hold up, he's really doing what we would do in the middle of work. Well, like if someone's annoying us, we'd be like, shut up.
Yes.
In the middle of work, you're doing what men would do. And we're like, that motherfucker is real. That motherfucker is spitting the truth. That motherfucker is about what he says. If he says, I'm doing this, guaranteed is the moment the sun comes up, he's done this.
That's what I'm doing.
This. You ain't got to worry about it.
That's one thing that
we respect that.
Well, I appreciate that, man. The reason why I'm so transparent is because I'm giving. I don't call myself a life coach or giving life advice, but the kind of things I talk about, it changes people's lives, right? And I feel like it's my responsibility. See, and you have to be able to trust the person that you're getting your information from. A dating coach who doesn't have receipts, like Alpha Male Strategies, he has receipts. That's why you know that he knows what the fuck he's talking about. But there are so many dating coaches and red pill gurus that don't show their faces. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand why a lot of them don't show their faces. But those guys are more the MGTOW guys, right? With the exception, of course, of Coach Greg Adams. Coach Greg Adams is front and center. He like his brand of MGTOW, A1 100%. But when you're taking advice, when you're taking your cues from someone who is living the kind of life that you want to live, you really want to know they're living that kind of life. So the first time, I remember before I showed my face, people used to accuse me all the time. Donovan's fake. He's a fraud. His girl this. Okay, so on September 4th, 2017, I decided to show my face for the very first time, and it's been uphill ever since. That's why I show pictures of my girl to show you, and pictures of me with other girls to show you that yes, I got my woman in line. Yes, I require her to do certain things. So that's why I'm so transparent, so that people can trust me. You should never trust someone that you don't see. They give good advice, but listen, if you can't see them, if they're not showing receipts, you have to really question where they're coming from. I'll give you the last word, Brendan.
And you also said it earlier today too, right? Don't go dealing with someone whose ass you can kick. You can kick
there
their
you
ass.
go.
If you walk into a jiu-jitsu gym and you can kick your instructor's ass, you're in the wrong gym.
You know it,
right?
You know it.
So I want you to have a good weekend. Sit back, enjoy the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Who you got?
And real quick, the relationship we got, it's funny because it didn't start out that way, by the way, if you don't remember.
Oh.
If you don't remember, I called in during your football weekend show. Oh. You hung up on me and said no voice changers allowed.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow, I do not remember that. I remember everything. I do not remember that. Holy shit. Well, they do say that you sound like the final boss.
It was a 4 panels, and as soon as I said hello, you were like, this guy sounds like he's gonna rob a bank, right? And then when I said something again, all the guys on the panel was like, he's got a voice changer on. And you're like, sir, caller, real voices, no voice changer, and hung right up.
Well, listen, you have a very distinctive voice. Yeah, you have a very distinctive voice and a very distinctive number, so I always know it's you, man.
I appreciate that. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Have a good weekend. Keep that manosphere strong.
Yes, sir.
Everybody like, comment, subscribe, and by Wednesday, he'll have the text message alert up.
Absolutely. Big Brandon with the call and the endorsement.
Donovan is going around it.
Appreciate it. And I know Brandon is going to be on that. Brandon is definitely going to be on the text notifications. Yeah, listen, it is so funny. And I actually just had my 5 o'clock consultation guy tell me that he's not going to be able to make the consultation. So I'll stay on for a few more minutes. Maybe I'll take a few more calls. But yeah, like I know that even if you hit the bell, I know that YouTube doesn't notify everyone that it's supposed to notify. And so I think that by getting that text messaging service, shout out to Sharpe Assist in the chat. Yes, Sharpe Stream is now live. Bookmark sharpestream.com. It is now its own independent website. It's not just an idea. It is actually a website, and I'm going to be uploading and I'm going to be uploading content like uploading content. I'm going to try to fill that bad boy up. I'm going to have all the latest episodes on there. I'm going to have stuff on Sharpe Stream that I don't have on YouTube. For obvious reasons. But yeah, listen, starting Wednesday, it might even be sooner than that, guys. Starting Wednesday, possibly sooner, maybe even Monday, I'm going to have a service that you can sign up for where you can get text notifications from me. And I'm not going to be the guy, in area code 302, I see you in the queue, I'm going to get to you in a second. I'm not going to be the guy who's going to be blowing you up every hour on the hour. No. That's your phone number, man. Like, that is a direct connection to you. I take people's time and privacy very, very seriously. When I send you a text message, it's not going to be on some bullshit. It's going to be like, hey guys, I'm going live at this time. Hey guys, I'm live. Hey guys, I just dropped a new book. Hey guys, I just dropped a new, I just came out with a new course. And oh, by the way, I'm working on a course right now. Centered around text game. So I am very much looking forward to releasing that. That's going to be here within the next month or so. But yeah, being on my email, my text list is going to give you guys the opportunity to be privy to everything that's going on. Because listen, I'm on a lot of people's email lists. I don't check my email half the time. A lot of you guys probably know that. So yeah, Big Brandon with the call. I appreciate him endorsing that. Let us go to area code 302. Area code 302. You are on live with Donovan. Name and town.
Yo, Donovan, what's going on? This is Gabe. I've called before.
What's up, Gabe?
From Delaware, now living in Dallas.
Okay.
I went there for business. Now, I've been following you and Coach Greg Adams for a minute now, and kudos to you two because you guys are probably the most solid to me. And I wanted to ask you something that's actually not even relevant to women, but more like business.
Okay.
Do you have or do anything, any content on business strategies or anything like that?
I don't. And the reason, and it's weird. I've thought about doing it, but I don't really know that. I don't know that I would have anything to offer. And I'll just put it to you like this: I've owned 3 businesses in my life. Okay. The very first business I ever owned was a mattress. It was actually a mattress chain. I opened up a mattress shop right there in Cary, North Carolina. I made a lot of money very quickly, and I opened up a second location in Raleigh. Ran that for 2 years. I sold the company to somebody else. Made a boatload of money, so that was successful. The second business I owned didn't really start off as a business. It was just, I bought a bunch of properties in Vegas and I rented them out. I made enough money to have a staff, I had a property manager. I had a maintenance guy. Like it was like a real business. Now there are things that I did in the mattress business and things that I did with my quote real estate business that helped me along the way, but I don't really know that that would qualify as business advice. Now, this is my third business. Again, this didn't start off as a business. I just started this as a hobby, right? As a matter of fact, I was actually just texting Roosh a little bit earlier. He's removing a lot. By the way, Roosh has unpublished all of his game books. He's unpublished all of his articles from Game. He's unpublished all of his a lot of the articles that are on Return of Kings from a Game as well. And I was texting back and forth just to make sure that I can get a hold of the ones that I had. But do you? I mean, are there any specific questions you have? I mean, if I have the answer, I mean, I'll do the best I can to answer it.
First of all, thank you for sharing the stories with us on you being in business. I'm a brand new business owner, first time ever. You know, I got tired of working for other people and all that. And
right.
You know, obviously starting is probably one of the hardest things to do. You know, considering you're single and you're doing this completely on your own,
right,
and all that with whatever you're working with and all that. And of course, I want to get as much content, as much let's say, not necessarily advice, but more like the encouraging just from other people where they come from from business standpoint.
Okay. So hang on, I'm actually looking for, give me 1 second. I'm actually looking for some notes. Okay, just give me one. I'm actually looking for notes on starting a business, because this is the thing, is that a lot of people don't they want to be able to start businesses, and they say, I don't want to work for somebody else. But the fact of the matter is, man, is that owning your own business, it's really it's very, very difficult. Listen, there are a lot more advantages than disadvantages to owning your own business, but I think that there are a lot of things that people have to understand. So I'll tell you a few quick stories, and hopefully maybe this will point you in the right direction. Let me ask you this question first. Do you own a business now? Are you working for yourself now or not?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Very good. Okay. And what was the question that you had for me?
What was the most, here's one for you. What was the most difficult thing to do when trying to, put all your time and resources towards your business, but also trying to, let's say, balance that with your own personal life?
Yeah. The hardest lesson I ever had to learn was that if you own your own business, especially in the beginning, there's no such thing as a balanced life. No such thing as a balanced life. For the first, I would say, 8 to 9 months, I was working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week in my own mattress shop. I sold all of my mattresses and I delivered them all. Dude, I almost ran myself into the ground. The reason why I was so hands-on is because I wanted to protect my investment. I didn't trust anybody else. Because, dude, you hire a delivery guy, he makes off with a $3,000 mattress, then you're screwed, right? Or they do something, like you have to make sure they're licensed and bonded. So I was extremely hands-on. So the most difficult thing for me to understand, the most difficult thing that most people who own businesses need to understand, there's no such thing as balance, especially in the beginning. Now, the typical business owner, if they've built their business over years, see, when people think of working for themselves, they think of kicking back, with a latte and or kicking back with a drink on the beach. No. The guy who owns his own business that can kick back on the beach for a week or whatever, that's the guy who's owned his business for 10 years. It's now on autopilot. In the beginning, he had to put copious amounts of time into that business. So how do you balance your personal life with your business life? There is no balance. If you want your business to be successful, you need to understand for about the first year and a half, possibly even longer, you need to put your personal life on hold.
I greatly appreciate that. Because now I don't feel bad being a workaholic now.
There you go. No, listen, be a workaholic. And how old are you? You sound like a young guy.
I'm actually 34.
Dude, yes. Listen, you are still very, very young. Now, I'm 42, right? And I work my ass off, but I don't plan on working my ass off until I'm 50, right? I'm putting in the hours now so I can have that free time later. I'm trying to make generational like wealth here, right? But I understand now, in order to have time later, I got to sacrifice time now. So very, very good. Listen, very, very good question. That was one of the most difficult things that I had to figure out. Shout out to Cameron Barton. Black Man Travel with the $2 super chat says black women are the only reason I watch track and field. Bruh, who you telling? Bruh, Allison Felix back in the day, Gwen Torrance, Gail Devers. Dude, Florence Griffith Joyner, Flojo. Oh my God, yo. Oh my God. Dude, the best butt. Now, I'm not into that muscly kind of stuff, but dude, black women who are track and field stars, their bodies are out of this world. They're out of this world. Out of this world. Good quote there. Grovelite with the $5 super chat says, Donovan, you and me, man, we got a collab on the Tyler Perry Temptations movie. You already got the notes. I've watched it 5 times. Holy smokes. Oh. Dude, she's been right here at the door. I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody in the chat said that she probably just wants some attention, so it looks like she finally shut the hell up. Yeah, hey, leave that open. Yeah, I need to, it's hot in here. All right, so Devin finally got home, and now she's taking care of the cat. Let us go back to the phone lines and go to area code 678. Area code 678, name and town. 678. 678 going once, going twice, and we're gone. Area code 718. You're on live with Donovan. Andy, you go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Donovan?
What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, this is Marty. Okay.
Hey, Marty, how you doing?
Marty. What's up? We spoke before. I'm from Brooklyn, photographer.
Oh, okay.
Right now I'm reporting boots on the ground, Dominican Republic.
Okay.
I had a question this time.
Okay.
Now, in your opinion, being as though the Kobe debacle in terms of certain women being very salty,
and listen, I appreciate you keeping it YouTube friendly for me.
Yes. Now, being as though the day of reckoning is here, and we see the effects start to ripple. Guys, much like yourself, me, who have moved on from certain type of females, what do you think are the repercussions? Because there's always a cause and effect there.
Sure.
Once you see men of, whether they're dating other races or traveling out, this is happening in masses. This is happening in droves. What do you see? Because, I mean, when the guy's not even in the ground yet, and they're already trying to destroy this guy. Right. So, I thought that was a little bit weird, but I also see it as there's a lot of lonely women wanting to be with the Kobe, whether he's in his prime or whether he's out of his prime. So what do you see happening to guys like me and you because of this and what's going on?
I think that, and it's funny because there's actually somebody on that responded. Oh, and by the way, I'm in Facebook jail, guys. I got put in Facebook jail because of a post that I put about Fran Drescher. Fran Drescher is a 62-year-old actress who said that having a friend with benefits keeps her young, and I'm like, dude, this bitch has an AARP card, and she's still a thought. Facebook put me in jail for that. Whatever, I don't care. But yeah, one of my guys on Facebook was like, "Yo, the day of reckoning for these kinds of females is coming." And to that, I said, "No, the day of reckoning has already come and gone. Like, we are in a period of reckoning. Right. This is why these females are reacting this way." People all over, man, these women are going to pay for what they say. No. They're already paying for this. This is why they're acting like this, right? So, and again, people say, oh, what you do comes back to you. No, it's already happened to them. This is why they're acting this way. Yeah. As far as guys like you and me are concerned, I think that, and I actually talked about this a little bit earlier, I'm not the kind, I don't, I like femininity. I like femininity. I like beauty. I like deference. I like attractive women. Doesn't really matter what their skin tone is, whether it's black, white, Asian, Latina, whatever the case may be. So as far as guys like you and me are concerned, we're never going to, like, you and I wouldn't be caught dead with a woman who would openly celebrate a man who was tragically killed and probably burned to death. Him and his daughter burned to death, openly celebrating that, right? And well, how would you know that, Donovan? Dude, honestly, if you've got red pill awareness, you can just tell the kind of people that would celebrate that. So as far as guys like you or me are concerned, we are never interested in those people anyway. So I think you and I, we stay status quo.
Right. But do you think there's any type of legislation? I mean, something that I'm not saying when I say what could happen, I don't mean by them physically.
90 seconds.
There's type of, like, for instance, the Me Too thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this happened. Now, it doesn't necessarily affect me and you, but it does.
Okay.
Because of the situation.
Sure.
So, is there anything like that headed our way, in your opinion?
No.
And by the deal with certain type of women.
Right. Hang on 1 second, caller. I have to address this. You guys are going to hear the voice say 90 seconds, 60 seconds, 30 seconds. Don't worry. If you're in the queue, you will be left in the queue. Even when the timer runs out, it's not going to hang up on you. So you guys have 60 seconds to get in the queue if you want to get on the show. So what you're asking me, it sounds to me like you're asking me, is there going to be legislation passed that punishes certain kinds of men if they don't date certain kinds of women?
Right.
Wow. You know what? I've never thought of that.
Kind of. Right. And nobody really thought about that. And I'm like, the Me Too thing, it doesn't really affect us, but it does.
Sure. No, I get it.
So
I think that I don't think think there's going to be laws passed like that because you can't pass laws that dictate what somebody can or can't choose. Now, I know that there are a lot of certain types of females who think that, there's going to be legislation passed that if you date a white girl, you go to jail. No, interracial relationships used to be illegal. Remember, in the Jim Crow South, that is clearly not the case anymore. But I think that our culture is way too progressive to pass a law that says if you're a black man and you date a non-black woman, you're going to jail. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I know that there are some black women who would love for that to happen, and I know some black women who think that they know what's going to happen. No, they know that's never, ever going to happen, because if it really were in the works, they wouldn't be openly celebrating the death of Kobe Bryant. They would know that our day of retribution would be coming.
Right. And they, they have laws on the books where if you go out with a woman, you guys are both drinking, and,
and you have
guys
sex.
Wind up having sex.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, is there anything, and that kind of targets men, even though it can go each way. But
you're asking a really good
targets men. So
you're asking a really good question, man, because the legislation now kind of sharp angles men. Like, what makes us think they wouldn't pass legislation that wouldn't sharp angle black men, right? That's a good question, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, the answer to that question is I don't know. And thanks for the call. Listen, that's a very good question. I understand what he's saying. Like if you go out on a date with a woman, you both get drunk and you have sex, apparently legally that's rape because she could not consent. So what he's asking is if there could be similar legislation against black men for dating non-black women. I don't know. Who knows? I don't think so, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I don't think anything like that would ever happen, but you never know. You never know. All right, let us go back to the phone lines. Area code 678. Area code 678. You're on Live at Donovan. Your name and your town.
Is this Darius Isaac here?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, Donovan?
Doing good.
I view you as an uncle, man.
Thank you.
I view you as an uncle, man. Uncle I never had, man. It's crazy.
Well, I appreciate it.
You be spitting all this knowledge, all this game. I wish I would have had it at 21, but
you and me both, brother.
You get it when you get it, right?
Right.
So my question is, man, like, I have a friend, me and him, we always, I might as well say, scheme to get on hoes back in the day. Like we done pretty well. We just didn't understand the depth of your game, but like now, like, he been with his chick for a while. He always cheated on her, or whatever.
Sure.
And she about 17 years older than him, honestly.
Damn!
And like, he's in love with her. He's talking about he's gonna marry her.
Oh no! How old's your homeboy?
Crazy, man. I'm like,
how old's your homeboy?
Don't do this, man. Don't do this.
How old is he? How old is he?
Crazy. He's 30.
Oh my God, he's 30 and she's 47.
Yeah, but he already got kids, so he ain't worried about that shit. Right.
But still,
she's
47.
To be honest, be honest, she toppling, like, I would say she crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course,
but she's like a princess, whatever. She got some money, whatever. Like he was being a sugar baby. He fell into the trap. Like,
damn.
I don't want to like. I keep telling him, if you like it, I love it. But like, I'm kind of like, damn. So prevent me, because me and his lifestyle is kind of the same.
Okay.
So to prevent that, like, what type of advice would you give a person? Because I know that nigga, he.
Listen, man.
Well,
listen, here's the thing. There's that
guy.
Listen, man. There's no advice you can give, man. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, he is 30 and she's 27. Let's say he's 30 and she's 30. Listen, if you have a friend that is going to get legally married to a woman, we all know, all 277 people watching, plus Twitter and Twitch and all that, we all know that getting legally married to a woman is a bad idea. But there is nothing you can tell him that will make him say, you're absolutely right. Let me not go through with this. Nah. The best medicine is experience. Listen, and I get these calls all the time. How can I red pill my friend? I've got a friend who's about to make the biggest mistake of his life, marrying a woman 17 years his senior. What can I do to talk some sense into him? There's nothing you can do, man. You're going to have to let him fall on his face. And even then, he might not learn his lesson. All you can do is be there for him when he falls, and he will fall. If he falls and he seeks your advice, that's when you can say, hey, check out The Rational Male. Hey, check out DonovanSharpe.com. Hey, go watch SharpeStream.com. There's some game being dropped over there. That's the only thing I can tell you. There's nothing that you can do to prevent him from making that mistake. He's going to have, and again, I say this to guys all the time, and thanks for the call, area code 678. I say this all the time. The red pill sinks in. Hey, bring that right here. You and I are going to eat fondue later, and I don't need you getting turned up before we go out. Close the door. Devin went and got a nice bottle of vodka, and she came in here and shook it at me like, oh no. You gotta buy me dinner tonight. I don't need you getting turned up before we go out. But the red pill only sinks in to men who seek it out. I don't know of a single person who has ever witnessed to about the red pill. Hey, let me tell you about the red pill. And then all of a sudden they're red pilled. No. Men are red pilled by life, man. They're red pilled because they look for advice. Guy who his girlfriend just cheated on him. He's looking for answers. That's a guy who's gonna be really red pilled, right? A guy who was in the middle of a divorce. His wife is gonna divorce rape him. That guy is gonna seek out the red pill. No man ever takes the red pill when it is actively given to him. He's got to hurt. Listen, it's called hurt and rescue. It's a sales strategy. You put the customer in a situation that hurts them and then rescue them with your product. That's how this goes. All right, 3 more calls. We got area code 310, 404, and 270. Let us go to area code 310. 310 on Live at Donovan. What is your name and your town?
Hey, Donovan. Good afternoon here in LA. My name is Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Just wanted to stop by and say, thanks for your comments earlier about when you were telling the stories about your businesses and how long it took to get them off the ground and how there's no balance with personal life and trying to get ahead. The reason I wanted to thank you was because for the past couple, about a year now, I've been working 96 hours a week.
Woo!
Trying to just stack my cash.
Okay.
It's working. I'm seeing great progress. The future looks really bright.
Good.
However, in the midst of doing all this, trying to prepare for the future, and I know it's the right thing, but I'm also trying to, carry a relationship that's, very red pill aware where I'm in charge. However, when I started with my girl, it was very, well, you're going to work that much, there's no time for me, this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, this is my plan. If you want to get on board, get on. If not, get off.
See ya. Right.
Because this is what I'm going to do. It worked out so far. She's going along with it. A few minutes ago, I heard you tell Devin about, don't get sauced up because we're going to go out.
Yeah, right.
And it's moments like that. It's moments like that when I ask myself, should I continue with what I'm doing or should I take the time out? Because I only got 8 hours to rest before I start my next shift because I work 2 doubles every day, 7 days a week. But I want to squeeze in some time in there so this girl doesn't leave. So when you do what you do with Devin, like what I just witnessed, it's like maybe I should do that too and say, hey, tonight we're gonna break the routine. We're gonna go get whatever.
Right.
And then but sacrifice my rest to continue with my plan. But I know I'm doing the right thing, but sometimes it's just I don't want to be alone when I'm older. That's why I know I have to kind of nourish relationships now, just like I need to nourish my future by working so hard so I have the time later. But
let me tell you something.
Between us men here, I'm
with you.
whether I'm doing the right thing or not.
No, I'm with you. There's a saying, and I can't take credit for this because I think it's an internet meme, but it's 100% true. A man will lose money chasing women, but a man who chases money never loses women. Okay? How old are you?
46.
You're 46, right? So you and I are about the same age, right? We're on the back nine. Honestly, my life is probably half over, maybe even a little more than that, maybe a little less. I don't know. But we're not young spring chickens anymore. You're trying to work your ass off to make sure that you have a good, solid future. I totally get it.
That's why I'm so serious about it, because time is running out.
Right. Here's the good news, okay? The answer to your question, you should never do anything because you're afraid you're going to lose a woman, right? You know what I mean? If you're doing stuff out of fear of losing her, this means you don't have the abundance mentality. Dude, listen, if you work like this, you're 46. If you work like this and then you're living a great life at 50, trust me, Jay in LA, you are going to get the attention of young. Listen, I have a consultation client right now. The guy is 52, 53 years old. My hand to the man. Regularly bangs young, hot women. He has 2 plates right now. One is 25, one is 26. Okay? This guy is he's bona fide at 55. Listen, he is already a multi-millionaire, right? At 55, his net worth is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 million. He is in the middle of opening up a dispensary, and he is working his ass off. You want to know what he called me up and told me on Tuesday with our consultations? Like, you know what, Donovan? I've got these 2 plates. They're 25 and 26 years old. I got to break up with them. I'm not going to have time for the next year and a half for these women. I got to build my business so I can fucking retire and sip Mai Tais on the beaches of Maui when I'm 58. That guy has the abundance mentality. He knows, listen, caller, or Jay, girls aren't going anywhere, okay? The girl that you're with, I'm sure you like her a lot, but she is not one in a million, my friend. She is one of a million, right? Dude.
You're right.
Listen, girls like her, dude, you're gonna have access to 70 of her by the time you get to where you are.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Take time out every once in a while for yourself. Don't take time off because she wants you to take time off. Take time off because you just need a breather. But never, ever do anything for a woman if you are afraid to lose her. Stay on your grind. If she likes you, she'll stay with you. If she doesn't, I'll catch you on the other side. In 5 years, I'll be dating a woman who's 10 years younger than you.
I love it. It's just sometimes like when I'm actually working, I just kind of feel like my life is passing by. But it's like, fuck, I gotta do this because it's working.
No, I get it. I get it.
Sitting here and I see people.
How long do you plan on doing this?
I'm like, what the fuck?
How long do you plan on doing this?
But it's like I can't have it right now. What's that?
How long do you plan on working this hard?
See, this is my 2nd year. At least another 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Least.
All right. Yeah. So, and another 4, and again, take some time off so that you don't die of exhaustion. Right.
That's another thing too. I was listening to some of your other Patreon archives, and you're talking about testosterone therapy, eating right, working out, staying away from some of the stuff they put in soy and the processed meats and all that.
That's right.
It's like I also, because I'm working hard, I also have to take care of myself.
You have to.
Just another thing I got to worry about. But
no, totally agree. Yeah, listen, stay on your grind. Listen, stay on your grind. Keep doing what you're doing. If you need to rest, you take a rest. If your girl, okay, hey, listen, I'm going to take some time off because I'm getting a little exhausted. I need a little bit of a break. If you want to come and hang out with me, cool. If not, I'm cool by myself. But after that, I'm getting right back on my grind. That's what you got to do. And listen, and the thing is this, man, she wants to be in a relationship with you. Girls have to get a return on their investment. I get it. Fortunately for you, time is on your side. Time is not on her side. She needs somebody that she can count on. Like I said, In 5 years, you're going to be able to date chicks half your age on the regular. A lot of guys think, oh man, when I'm 50, I'm not going to be able to fuck. No. I know, dude, I'm telling you, I counsel multiple 50-plus-year-old men who regularly fuck young, hot chicks in their 20s. Gentlemen, it is absolutely possible.
Okay, so then my priority should be just to stay healthy.
Yep,
and not,
that's it.
High blood pressure, shit like that, all that stupid shit that comes on with age. I guess that'll be my focus, not so much just trying to just keep her happy.
Yes.
But you're right. I appreciate the time, Donovan. Thank you
no
so much.
problem at all, man. Jay in LA, thanks for the call. Yeah, Jay in LA is on his grind, man. Working 96 hours a week, and his woman's like, yeah, you need to spend time with me. Yeah. No, you can spend time with me when I take time off. I'm not taking time off for you. I'm taking time off for me. If you want to spend the time that I'm taking off for me with me, cool. If not, I'll catch you on the other side of this 96-hour work week. That's how that works. Area code 404 and 270. I'm going to get to you guys in just a second. Shout out a couple of super chats here. Double Dollar Man with the $1.99 super chat says, shout out to Pastor Troy for keeping it 100. That's funny. Kenneth Christmas with the $20 super chat says, hey, Donovan, I was already red pill aware, but I love your content, bro. The way you break things down with different videos and articles by these so-called women, priceless. You the GOAT. Well, I appreciate that. I try to, there are different people who have different sort of nicknames given to them by the Manosphere. Coach Greg Adams is the free agent of the Manosphere. Rollo Tomasi is the godfather of the Manosphere. Anthony Dream Johnson calls himself the president of the Manosphere. Well, I am the professor of the Manosphere. I am Professor Sharpe. I am here to give surgical breakdowns on what these silly ass hoes be talking about. And when I'm on the air, class is in session. So yeah, a lot of people, and this actually stuck. People call me Professor Sharpe. Donovan, you are the professor of the red pill. You know the female mind and all that stuff. So I appreciate that. Kate Christmas in the house. I actually knew a girl named Stephanie Christmas. I kid you not. Her name was Stephanie Christmas. No, I fucked her. No, I did not fuck her on Christmas. But yeah, her name was Stephanie Christmas. God, that was a long time ago. And she was hot. Stephanie Christmas was hot. Had a great ass. I think I fucked her fucked her twice. And then my dumbass, I wanted to be her boyfriend, and then she got weird. Man, she had a great ass. I was like, yo, you want to be my girlfriend? Let's make this thing official. She said, nope, not having another. I think I was like 23, 24 years old. Stephanie Christmas, boy, that takes me way back. Okay, let us go back to the phone lines. Area code 404. Area code 404, you're on the live with Donovan. What is your name and your town?
Mitch from Florida.
Mitch from Florida, how you doing, man?
You, man? Yeah, man. I've just recently started watching your content maybe like 2-3 months ago, and it's really insane how on point you are. It's almost scary, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I really came to the red pill a year ago. I had my own experience, and I really learned that that women are really, really ruthless with men. And
oh yes, they are.
They only want, like, if they want to get what they want, they're not looking for any friends. If you get what I'm saying.
Nope, you're right.
And that type of man really was not me. Like, I was very friendly, very charismatic, and funny and entertaining, and as you can probably guess, like, my love life was practically non-existent.
Sure.
And it's super scary learning all this stuff, man.
It is.
And honestly, sometimes I think it's just too late to learn. But anyway, let me get to the question. The question is, I wanted to know more about, like, your journey and your story. I just from watching you did kind of start off with your own kind of struggles, but I just wanted to know more about you, looking for some motivation and looking for some inspiration to keep going, I guess, because it's really scary.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to get into too much detail on my journey because I've obviously my content. Most guys know about the Fantastic Four, the 4 women that had the most to do with red pilling me, and of course the last and most insignificant relationship. That's the woman that actually ended up leading me to the red pill. But I will say this. I got a text message from a guy that I consulted with almost 2 years ago. And he sent me a text message. He said, Donovan, have you done an episode on how to tell if you're not cut out to be red pilled? And I said, well, wait a minute. Why would I do that? So that's what I'm thinking to myself. And so I asked him, I said, okay, well, why do you think that you are not red-pilled? And, pardon me. And he says, well, listen, man, I've been struggling to stay healthy. I've been struggling to cut porn out of my life. He said, listen, Donovan, you told me what I needed to do almost 2 years ago, but I haven't made any progress. He said, I don't know if it's because I'm older. I don't know if I can't find that drive or that fire. You know, maybe I was in my 20s. Maybe I'm just frustrated that I'm not getting laid and that I still live with my parents. And what I had to do, caller, is I had to be straight with him, man. I said, then you have your answer. I said, good luck to you. And he wants to know, well, is there any way you can get it back? So, and I said all that to say this, right? What is it? The year is 2020. Almost 10 years ago, caller, I was at the lowest point of my life. I am homeless. I am staying in a quasi crack house. The reason I'm staying at this crack house is because they were friends of Amy. This was the girl that I had fallen in love with, the 19-year-old hottie with the 6-year-old child. Baby daddy was in prison for impregnating her when he was in his mid-30s, right? I was madly in love with her. I found out she cheated on me. Dude, the fall of 2009 was the worst fall of my life. I'm snorting pills. I'm shooting morphine. I probably weighed 180 pounds. I'm rail thin. I'm living on cinnamon toast. I can't eat. The lowest point in my life. The lowest point in my life, okay? And I made it out of that. I absolutely made it out of that. If I can, and again, in the 10 years since that happened, right, I have successfully run 2 businesses. I don't know what my net worth is. I don't even think I have a net worth. But I went, if I could go from that to this, then anybody can, right? So I guess if you're looking for some inspiration, dude, I was in the worst possible situation anyone could ever be in, and I made it out of that. And this is more or less the 10-year anniversary.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, you know, that's just awesome to hear, to be honest. Again, like, I've just started watching, so just a bit cool to know a bit more about, and I'm, you know, thanks for sharing that. The last thing I really want to ask you is, like women, when you're approaching them, is how, I just don't understand, like, how can I restrain like my emotions and not be so, like, entertaining, I guess. I know they hate that crap.
Sure.
That's my last question.
So you want to know how to control your emotions?
Yeah, and just be a bit more stoic and less entertaining and jokey, and
sure,
just, you know, even though I'm sure they try to get you to do something.
Yeah, it takes practice, but I would caution you against trying to be. See, here's the thing. I've never been a stoic person, right? Like, I've never been the strong, silent type. No, I'm a social person. I talk to people, I touch people. But I've had crazy, stupid success with women being like that. So I think what you're looking for, if you feel like you need to be more stoic, you're going to have to put yourself in those situations. My advice to you would be this: talk half the time, right? Literally think before you speak. Before you do anything, think about it. Now, you don't want to outthink the room because you want this to come naturally. But if you want to be stoic, you're going to have to put yourself in social situations where you feel like you are faltering. But again, I would caution you trying to be like the strong, silent alpha male type. No, if you're a gregarious, fun guy, be the gregarious, fun. Listen, there are a lot of the pickup artists, a lot of alpha males are gregarious people. Let's use Donald Trump, our president. Does he seem like a stoic guy to you? Hell no. Donald Trump is anything but stoic. But guess what? He's one of the first presidents we've had who's an alpha male, probably since, maybe Dwight Eisenhower, Ike Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy. He's an apex alpha male. He was he's socially, he's gregarious. So you have to understand that don't try to be stoic to be attractive, right? Maybe you feel like you're saying too much and that's kind of costing you opportunities with women, but try to embrace your gregariousness and try to channel it in the right direction.
Thank you, man.
All right, man. I appreciate the call. Area code 404. Let's go to one last call here. Let us go to area code 270. Area code 270. You are on live with Donovan. What is your name and your town?
My name's Jonathan. I'm from Kentucky.
Jonathan in Kentucky. How you doing, man?
Doing good. You know, Donovan, I wanted to share something with you. I did notice that I'm really grateful that you and other, especially Alpha Male Strategies and the other ones I listen to, I think it's good to see there is a lot of division amongst this country, whether it's whatever it may be. But I do notice that it seems with the red pill men awareness, I guess you could say genre, that all of us really come together and are blind to race and religion, and that we're coming together, right? Trying to be more empowering. I think that's a good thing, man. And it is kind of odd that when you see more black men trying to help these young fellas of all races trying to get better, and it's good to see that, you know, we can overlook this whole racial division. Not that it's really prevalent, but it's there. It is pushed and trying to be manifested in some degrees. But it is odd demographic to see that all of us, I mean, look at your callers. You had guys that were probably Hispanic, that were black, that were white, and we're all together trying to figure out this egg, man. And I think it's righteous, dude.
I do too, man.
So,
That's one thing that I take tremendous pride in, the fact that I have a very diverse audience. And listen, there's nothing wrong with having an audience that's not diverse. If you have a YouTube channel or YouTube following that follows African American current events, then it stands to reason that most of your audience is going to be African American. But the red pill and red pill truth, that transcends all races. All women are like that. Now, there are differences between women culturally, but dude, guess what? Black women are attracted to the same things that white women are. White women are attracted to the same things that Hispanic men are, and so on and so forth. That doesn't mean that they don't have some preferential differences. But the fact of the matter is that all women operate the same way. And that's what I like about this. And I try very, very, I don't know. Like, I remember when I used to do shows with O'Shea, he used to try to pigeonhole me. As he used to tell me all the time, well, most of your audience is black. Most of your audience is black. As if to say, Donovan, you owe the black community. And I'm like, nigga, I don't owe anybody shit, right? Like O'Shea always tried to pigeonhole me. And because I didn't know what my influence was, I believed him. I figured, okay, well, most of my audience is black because I'm black. Then I started taking phone calls, and then I started opening up my Patreon. Dude, I have an extremely diverse audience. I take tremendous pride in that. Ace and Spade says, gotta call in one day and show you my beta male voice. The $2 super chat. Zachariah Hayes with the $20 super chat says, toss it into the tip jar. I appreciate that, Zachariah Hayes. So Devin and I are going to we're going to go and eat some. We're going to go to a fondue restaurant. I haven't eaten meat in almost a week. I have been completely meat free, and it's definitely starting to make a difference. I'm going to break that meat fast on Super Bowl Sunday. Then I'm going to go right back on it and continue with my meat free, plant based diet. And it's going really well. I feel really good, and hopefully it'll stay this way. Let me shout out. So big thanks to my super chatters. Big thanks to my super chatters. Oh, wait a minute. My super chatters. Hang on a second. There we are. Michael 11, Dooley Godot, Cuban Libertarian, The Neg, FQG, Merciless 6, Andreas Tevelis, Tremaine Jordan. Let's see. Athion Fada. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Black Man Travel, Grovelite, Double Dollar Man, Kenneth Christmas, Ace and Spades, and Zachariah Hayes. I greatly appreciate your super chats. Just a couple more things, couple of important announcements. Like I said, I'm going to Sharpe Stream. For those of you who joined us late, Sharpe Stream is now its own thing. It is its own website. It is its own platform. I will be streaming from sharpestream.com, and I will be putting the videos that I do on SharpeStream on sharpestream.com. It's my version of YouTube. That's what it is. It's not just going to be a video thing on my website. It is actually going to be SharpeStream. So you guys make sure and bookmark that page. I am releasing a text course. I am releasing a course on how to text women. And this is not just texting. This is all forms of communication with your phone. So whether it's texting, DMs, I've never done Snapchat, but again, if you are using your phone to communicate with women, then and again, there's no strategy that you really have to use. All women are programmed a certain way, and I'm going to give you the tools that will allow you to sexually escalate with women over the phone without using your voice. Text conversations. My weekend webinars are going to start this weekend. It is a Patreon level. Do not sign up for that tonight, guys. Do not sign up for it tonight. Sign up for it tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first. I don't want you to get charged today and then get charged again tomorrow. The weekly webinars every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern. Every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to hold a Q&A style webinar. Okay? This is going to be me video chatting with however many people are going to be there. And this is a good alternative to paying me $330 an hour for a consultation. So be sure to go check that out at patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. I am currently in Facebook jail, so I won't be on there for a while. That's really all I can think of. So thank you guys very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.